Alright.
Beats me.
Words are going to do this. Yeah. Yeah, you already see all this dialogue before, so I'm gonna just skip it.
Hi. Right. Huh? Eh?
Yeah, it's time to go try.
Shit.
Holy!
It is how it is.
Game over, man! Game over!
Hold your horses. Are we ready?
Do you think?
It'll... No. Oh. What did you say?
I want to help.
Come on.
Dumbass!
Can I go now?
Slow down.
Alright, well, draw time. I'll just skip all dialogue for now.
Rise and shine. Isn't this lovely? How interesting.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Your podium.
The show.
Oh, crud.
Do as he says. Remember, Carlos is a big tool in the beginning. This person located our podium.
Hey,
It's okay, everyone. We're working together. We can do
we
this.
can't give up.
Alright, guys, we work together. We can solve this case. So come on, let's do this for Wolfgang. Learn a word to elicit nods from the other students. The expression on their face told the difference from it. An expression I couldn't help but feel conflicted over. In a moment where I shouldn't have been focusing on my feelings. An expression of unmistakable fear. For days now, I've been angry over the monster. Angry at how much people resented me for telling the truth and how they pursue my attention. Angry because that didn't mean I wanted to, right? I would have been happy for reality proving wrong. No one up under the pressure. But good endings like that only exist in stories. In reality, it was pathetic to what we wanted, and the events of today proved where we were at its worst. So I stood there in my podium conflicted. I think this tragedy could have been avoided if people had just listened to me. Well, who was it that encouraged everyone to turn their conflict? Who was it that encouraged everyone to trust him? And Wolfgang hadn't been so naive to told people to protect himself rather than trust him. Maybe he will still be here. Regardless, can't let myself be consumed by the what ifs. Although the many others have failed preventing Wolfgang's murder, I, at the very least, itself. Uncover this killer, let them face the consequences of their actions. I'll solve this case and survive. Ooh. Would I like to save the game? Oh. Of course. Click on this save. Just make sure that we're saved is saved. Save correctly. Right there. double save just in case. Last round in session.
Let's get this started, shall we? Welcome back to the trial grounds, everyone.
Welcome back. Welcome back indeed.
Unlike previously, today will be no circus. No mockery woven with stitches and needles. A true, fair, and proper trial will commence. A battle of wits between the blackened and the spotless.
Yep.
I doubt I have to explain the rules to you again. But even so, you must vote for who you believe is the blackened. If the blackened receives the majority of votes, only they will be punished, and the rest of you will resume your killing game experience. However, if you vote for the wrong person, then expect no sympathy from your hosts. All spotless students will meet a tragic end, while the blackened will be granted release from this academy. Happy discussing! We pray for your survival and success.
And dead silence.
Can someone please break this silence? I don't want to talk about this.
Wolfgang deserves justice, but putting everyone's lives on the line like this is just cruel.
Oh, crap. Without a lawyer, we're totally screwed.
Whenever I turn my head, I keep expecting to see him at his podium.
Oh, don't cry, Toshiko. He's in a better place now, you hear?
Whichever one of you sick bastards did this, whatever it takes, no matter if I have to kick the brains out of every single person here, I'll find you.
Do you really gotta resort to violence?
Let's just stay calm, okay? Making peace with our situation is, the first step in handling it. How the hell can I stay calm when there's a killer on the loose? That bastard is watching us right now, fully content putting our lives on the line. Is that what you call peace? Being at the mercy of some dickhead silent observer?
Well, nobody knows for sure if the killer is even a silent observer.
Uh-huh.
If anything, the killer might try to feign innocence through other means. For instance, pretending to be outspoken about the case.
Huh?
What the? Are you accusing me of something?
I mean, what you did during the investigation seems really suspicious.
What did Grace do?
She stood in front of Wolfgang's dorm room and wouldn't let anyone go inside. Intentionally or not, it really hindered our investigation.
Because of Grace, almost everyone who planned to investigate Wolfgang's dorm gave up and went elsewhere. It was only after some of us started protesting that she finally relented. You know, for someone who seems so adamant about finding Wolfgang's killer, it's odd she tried to conceal potential evidence.
I'm not saying Grace is definitely the killer. I just think we should be cautious of her.
She has an alibi, though.
Huh?
Grace couldn't have murdered anyone, 'cause she went to the game tournament.
Grace attended the tournament?
Does that rule her out from committing the murder?
Well, yeah. We had to be at the dining hall by 9 a.m.-ish, which was like half an hour before the murder. Nobody left the tournament after it started either. Nobody I know of, anyway.
There weren't many of us there. Had someone disappeared, it would have been obvious.
So, Grace is off the hook?
Wow.
That plot thread resolved itself quicker than I was anticipating.
So Jean, Grace, and Kai attended Cassidy and Jet's game tournament.
And me.
And Mark.
Damon and I also attended the tournament. We can also vouch for Grace.
You guys aren't lying, are you?
Lying about Grace? Hell nah!
What the heck? Are you seriously doubting 8 testimonies?
If the 8 of you were really together when Wolfgang was discovered, then Kai, doesn't that contradict what you... You told everyone you and Damon found Wolfgang first. How is that possible if you guys never left the dining hall?
I never said I didn't leave the dining hall.
But earlier you told us you...
That's because us partygoers left the dining hall together.
Mm-hmm. When the blackout struck, the tournament folk joined arms and headed straight downstairs. I would know. I saw him.
There was a blackout?
You don't remember?
Actually, I don't recall a power outage either.
How could that be? Did an alternate timeline converge with ours?
Educated guess. It's only happened in one room.
I got it. The reason not everyone experienced the blackout is because only the building containing our dorms was affected. If I had to guess, the courtyard and tree area are connected to separate power sources.
So the tournament attendees were affected, yet they left the dining hall? Why not stay put until the power returned?
Because we were the ones who brought it back. It didn't seem like the power was being restored anytime soon, so we took up the challenge of fixing it ourselves. And just our luck, boom! We found a spare generator lying in one of the storage closets. Of course, then we found Wolfgang.
She's right. The 8 of us split into 4 pairs and inspected a storage room each.
Because of the toaster trinket map, we know which ones too. Eva and Grace check storage closet A. Jet and I check storage closet B. Damon and Kai check storage closet C. And Jean and Mark check storage closet D.
Yeah, I was with Grace. She can confirm being with me too. Yeah, we were together.
Oh, I didn't realize. I'm so sorry for what I said.
Sorry? Sorry doesn't cut it, you conniving two-faced bitch!
Whoa! Uncool, dude.
Hang on. Even if you aren't involved in Wolfgang's murder,
What makes you think she'd be privy to that?
you see, there's proof Grace spent last night with Wolfgang.
Grace and Loya Man? Talk about an unexpected pairing.
When I investigated Wolfgang's room, I saw a bunch of golfing. Also, there was a blue woman's jacket tossed over the mantle of Wolfgang's bed.
Ugh.
He's right. I also saw the equipment and the clothes.
The clothes are understandable, maybe. But why was golfing equipment in the room?
Yo, little history dude. Wolfgang must have spilled the beans with you, right?
Why would Ulysses know anything?
Common courtesy. If you're gonna have a one-night stand, you gotta let your roomie know in advance.
Common courtesy also says you should watch your mouth around children.
Yes, ma'am.
So if I'm getting this right, Ulysses is bunking with Wolfgang?
Well, we only shared a dorm for one night.
You aren't bunking with him anymore?
Let me provide some context. As you may remember, after Desmond suggested everyone bunk together, the male students were directed to the dining hall. Once there, we played rock, paper, scissors to determine who would partner with who. Jet partnered with Mark, Desmond with Jean, Damon with Kai, and I with Wolfgang. Those were the pairings at the time. However, the following day, Grace and I agreed to swap rooms.
Yeah? Why'd you do that?
For reasons.
Totally not suspicious.
It was a win-win situation. I get Grace out of my hair. She gets me out of hers.
You two were originally bunking together?
The pairings were decided via a game of tic-tac-toe. I wasn't big on my partner being chosen for me, so when the opportunity arose to change that, I took it.
Thus, I became Winona's roommate, and Grace became Wolfgang's.
Can confirm. I watched the whole thing play out.
Since the room swap happened the night after we implemented the bunk buddy system, that would mean Grace and Wolfgang have been bunking for about a day and a half. Ugh, gross.
In that case, Desmond was right about those two being together last night. Grace, did Wolfgang act strange at any point?
Got a whole bunch of dialogue.
Maybe he said something that stuck out to you, or... Oh, maybe had trouble getting to sleep.
No. Nothing weird happened last night. Nothing happened last night, but... The morning of the murder, this morning, Wolfgang told me he felt sick.
Sick?
With a stomachache. It hurt so bad he couldn't get out of bed. I was gonna cancel my plans for today, but he convinced me to attend the tournament. So, I left his room right after the morning announcement. And yes, I'm talking about the game tournament. The same one Wolfgang acted all hesitant about attending. Newsflash, I changed his mind after breakfast yesterday.
Hold on a sec. That ain't what you told me this morning.
What did Grace tell you?
Simply put, she felt like competing. Grace knew I planned to compete as well, so she asked me to be her sparring partner, since you needed one to enter the tournament.
She withheld information.
Aye, that she did. Of course, since I now know Wolfgang's condition at the time, I can't say I blame her. If someone you cared for was in a vulnerable position, would you go around and admit that in a killing game? No. You would try to protect that person by saying nothing at all.
When you put it that way, man, sounds rough.
I think it's obtuse.
Huh?
Say we assume the best of Grace. She withheld information not to trick anyone, but to protect someone she cares about. What then should we make of the glaring contradiction in her testimony?
What the hell do you mean, contradiction?
If your bunking partner was too ill to make the short trek to the dining hall, how did he walk all the way to the boiler room?
Good point. If Wolfgang really were bedridden, he would have stayed in his room.
Now that you mention it, to reach the underground floor, wouldn't Wolfgang need to descend, like, 4 flights of stairs? It's nothing for a healthy person, but for a guy who's supposedly really sick...
It's not my fault it doesn't make sense. It's just what Wolfgang told me.
Yeah. Didn't we decide Grace wasn't the killer anyway?
That's not to say she doesn't know more than she's letting on.
I'm not withholding anything else. Leave me alone.
This turned into conversation simulator. Not kidding. What's the story than Grace is telling us? Too many people are letting their emotions cloud their judgment. And it's obviously something that they great, right, and kind of the same thing. Let's see what we got here. Tournament timeline, just cause.
Why don't you tell everyone the truth, Grace?
a.m.
I've got nothing else to explain. I saw Wolfgang. He was in our dorm room.
Okay, hear me out. Secret hallways.
Bruh, no.
We would have found those by now.
Maybe Wolfgang was carried by the killer.
No.
That, or Wolfgang never told Grace he was sick.
I wouldn't lie about what he said.
What if Wolfgang used the elevator in the tree?
No.
Helping.
Why don't you tell everyone the truth, Grace?
I've got nothing else to explain. The last I saw Wolfgang, he was in our dorm room.
Okay, hear me out. Secret hallways.
No.
We would have found those by now.
Maybe Wolfgang was carried by the killer.
That, or Wolfgang never told. Sick.
Nope. Nope. Nope, nope, nope.
Why don't you tell everyone the truth, Grace?
Wait, hold on. Let me read this. I can figure out where the hell. Timeline. No. Fetch quest, outlet.
I've got nothing else to explain.
That's
The
fine.
last I saw Wolfgang, he was in our dorm room.
Blackout.
Okay, hear me out. Secret hallways.
Secret hall. That's
We would have found those.
Maybe Wolfgang was killed by the killer.
That, or Wolfgang never told Grace he was sick.
I wouldn't lie about what he said.
No.
Helping.
Hmm. 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 Hmm.
Why don't you tell everyone the truth, Grace?
I've got nothing else to explain. The last I saw Wolfgang, he was.
Ew.
Maybe Wolfgang was
Nope.
No, that's wrong.
That's completely wrong.
It's true Grace's testimony is inconsistent with where we found Wolfgang's body. But that's not Grace's fault. The only person we should be blaming is Wolfgang himself.
What the heck? Why are you blaming him?
Simple. Because he lied about being sick.
Seriously?
You can cooperate. Can't you, Toshiko? During the investigation, you told me you saw Wolfgang in the hallways at 8:10 a.m.
That's after I left.
Yes. I remember now. Ingrid. She had developed a headache, so I went to the pharmacy to find some medication. The trip itself went fine, but when I returned to the hallway, I found myself face to face with
Wolfgang?
Oh, the phone! Toshiko actually saw Wolfgang?
We had a normal, pleasant exchange. He appeared perfectly healthy and even mentioned going to the tournament. Of course, he never made it.
I don't want to be that guy, but can anyone confirm this?
Mm-hmm. I heard them chatting a while in my room. Though I was bedridden like a sitting ghost, I could still make out their voices here and there.
Strange. He told Grace he wouldn't attend the tournament, but then said the opposite to Toshiko.
Sounds like he was telling fibs to conceal his actual intentions.
And what's his true plan supposed to be?
To go to the boiler room. Most likely.
I'm lost. What business would a guy like him have down there?
Okay, also answer. Hold on, where's the proof? Where's that?
This is it. During the investigation, I found this note tucked away inside Wolfgang's blazer pocket. A lot of it is water damaged. The paper looks like it was ripped from a notebook, and the handwriting was done in ink, but some parts are still legible.
Secret. 8:15 a.m. Boiler room. Close the door.
This mentions the boiler room.
Exactly. The fact we found Wolfgang in the boiler room, and this note in his pocket, it can't be a coincidence. This note must be the reason Wolfgang went there.
That mention of a secret sure is suspicious. I'm willing to bet Wolfie's reason had something to do with it.
Agreeing to meet a stranger in some spooky dark place? Wolfgang had nerves of steel.
Ulysses, Grace, do you remember Wolfgang getting delivered a weird note?
No. The only time I recall him receiving anything was when Tozu distributed those envelopes.
I don't know anything about a note.
Really? Wolfgang shared nothing with you guys?
Guess he didn't want them to know what it said.
Right. And if Wolfgang wanted to keep this note a secret, he would obviously want to keep the meeting a secret too.
Then the reason he told Grace he felt sick
was to remove her from the picture. Yeah, once she's not in the room, Wolfgang has his opportunity to sneak out and head downstairs. That's also why he encouraged her to attend the tournament.
Didn't this same guy ask us to share our blackmail with each other? Talk about double standards.
Are we sure he wasn't just trying to protect Grace? Maybe he knew he was meeting someone dangerous, so he...
That does sound like something Wolfgang would do.
On the subject of blackmail, did Wolfgang ever confront the person he had?
Oh? You don't know whose blackmail he got?
Well, if you recall what Wolfgang said originally.
For that reason, implore you to speak with the person who's blackmailing down. Then, in the context of the envelopes, or give the person a chance to explain themselves. Hope not.
Regardless of the blackmail's contents, it would be treated as a matter between the recipient and the subject of the blackmail, and no one else. Which makes me wonder, could whether or not Wolfgang confronted his person clue us into what had originally been written on that note?
I'm not picking up what you're putting down.
If that person somehow realized Wolfgang carried their blackmail, but never came forward about it, they could have demanded Wolfgang show it to them, hence the mention of a secret. However, if Wolfgang did confront his person, I don't see why that same person would then send him a threatening note. Not least act coy about information they both know.
If the person being blackmailed wasn't the one who wrote the note, who was?
Obviously, it would be the student with Wolfgang's blackmail.
Oh, I knew that.
Yes, the secret in question may actually be a reference to Wolfgang's blackmail, not the sender's.
Is there any way to figure out whose secret it is?
We'd probably need to know whose blackmail Wolfgang had first.
Oh, I've got just the idea. Yo! Person who Wolfgang had blackmail on! If he gave you your blackmail back, can you say something?
Don't forget the person with Wolfgang's blackmail.
Oh, right. Hey! If you're innocent, say something already!
If I'm innocent, I should say something. And telling everyone I have Wolfgang's blackmail really guarantee my innocence in their eyes? I don't know. Although everyone may follow my direction during the trial, since they can't ignore the evidence on my side, when it comes to me of all people owning Wolfgang's blackmail, how do I know they suddenly won't change their tune? They might chase me for revealing his blackmail sooner, or may think I'm confessing, or accuse me of murdering him. It's not like I wasn't able to refute the arguments, but do I really want to subject myself to all that? Does the trajectory of the trial really depend on whether or not
I was hesitant to admit it. But I'd rather be suspected than be the reason this trial comes to a standstill.
Eh?
Are you confessing?
Nah, not his.
Seriously?
However,
You're...
Wolfgang approached me the same day everyone received an envelope. Funnily enough, he and we had a good talk, if you need the proof.
Ah, Wolfgang's envelope had the same signature.
Aye. I held on to the letter for safekeeping. This should have all been said sooner. I realized that. My mistake.
Truth?
To recognize...
Right.
No, Wolf. I reveal my blackmail now with everyone you're treating me the same? You're forgiving?
I take it our other blackmail.
If nothing happened,
No one's reciting shit!
it was only a suggestion.
Even if we knew who had Wolfgang's blackmail, that doesn't necessarily mean they're his killer. It's annoying they won't speak up, sure, but unlike John, they would actually need to reveal Wolfgang's blackmail to prove they have it. This person might just want to respect Wolfgang's request to keep the blackmail between two people, especially now that he's gone.
I don't know. Is it really okay if we never find out?
Circumstantial evidence alone can't prove something beyond a reasonable doubt. If we want to solve this case, we need indisputable evidence.
Yeah, it's like doing a jigsaw puzzle without the box art to help you.
The case is?
Obviously, the case. The more pieces you connect, the clearer the image you're constructing becomes. The clearer the image, the more you can assume about it. Do you see what I'm saying? Once we know how Wolfgang died, the rest of this case should fall into place.
You certainly talk a lot stranger than you used to. But I think I get it.
Well, I don't want to be the one to start, but we can all agree Wolfgang was stabbed to death, right?
No, idiot. Not to death. There should be stab marks then.
When I was in the boiler room, I saw a knife bobbing around in the water near him. And on the ground, there was blood.
That's gotta be Wolfgang.
The knife was bloody, so...
Seems like while poor Wolfie was minding his own business, he was confronted by the killer,
you're an idiot,
who attacked him and chased him into the boiler room.
That
Some of y'all
would
idiots.
line up with how we found him.
Y'all idiots. They got hit with the taser. Look at his face, bro. Got hit with the taser. Okay.
Is this really how you guys think Wolfgang died?
The bloody knife is way too big of a coincidence. It was floating in the water right next to him.
Not just that, there's blood on the boiler room floor and along the underground hallway.
A confrontation must have happened in those hallways.
Yeah, it was probably a sneak attack. The killer snuck up on Wolfgang, stabbed him from behind, and...
Had no other place to run.
So, the killer entered the boiler room after him.
Which was when they...
ended it.
Man, shut the hell up.
Is this really how you guys think Wolfgang died? The bloody knife is way too big of a coincidence. It was floating in the water right next to him. Not just that, there's blood on the boiler room floor and along the underground hallway. Confrontation must have happened in those hallways. Yeah, it was probably a sneak attack.
No.
The killer snuck up on Wolfgang, stabbed him from behind.
Damn it. Hold on.
Is this really how you guys think Wolfgang died?
That's 5. Away. 4. No well. He was not snuck up from behind, bro. You freaking Riri.
The bloody knife is way too big of a coincidence. It was floating in the water right next to him. Not just that, there's blood on the boiler room floor and along the underground hallway.
There's no time to. There's no.
Confrontation must have happened in those hallways.
Yeah.
It was probably a sneak attack. The killer snuck up on Wolfgang, stabbed him from behind.
Boy.
No, that's wrong!
Reread that tablet.
You talk a lot about the knife and the bloodstains on the floor, but did you ever look at Wolfgang himself?
I gave him a glance.
I figured, had you actually taken the time to look at Wolfgang's back, you would have noticed a clear absence of stab wounds. In fact, none of the injuries he sustained were the type to cause severe blood loss. Seriously, We went over the same thing with Cassidy during the mock trial. Couldn't you give Wolfgang the dignity of a proper investigation?
Hey, man! It's not like I didn't try! It's just... this stuff doesn't come...
Isn't that exactly what you should be worrying about in a killing game?
Not everyone has the stomach for investigating. That's fine. That's why you got people like me to do the heavy lifting. Since some of us here weren't able to investigate Wolfgang's body, I'll lay out his injuries. There were 2 marks on the back of his neck, a bruise, and a tiny red dot. His hands were burnt too, so 3 injuries in total. Besides that, I caught nothing else.
Burns, you say?
Junior high, my dear Wilson. The killer used a flamethrower.
These didn't look like normal burns. Not the sort you'd get from a stove fire, or a hot iron, or a flamethrower, I suppose.
Contradicting my theory outright? Jeez.
Sorry, lass.
Yes, if I may add on to what Jean said, the burns actually bore a strong resemblance to what you might see in cases of corona paralysis.
Corona paralysis.
Chiaro. Huh? Ooh, now this I know. Coronoparalysis. It's something which happens to lightning strike victims. Getting struck by lightning is like getting kicked by a horse. The impact is so shocking. Some people will lose all feeling in their limbs for a few hours.
I was aware of lightning paralysis, but even I didn't know its official name.
Lots of people tend to overlook the importance of lightning safety, especially where I'm from. My grandpappy once tried working out in the open during a thunderstorm. Pure luck's the only reason he lived to see the next day.
Sorry to hear that and all, but...
Well, Ulysses, did it look like a big old tree was drawn on Wolfie?
A big old tree. Yes, that's how I would describe the burns on Wolfgang.
So Wolfgang had lightning strike scars?
We're trapped inside a building, though. Lightning can't come from anywhere.
Could he not have been struck before the killing? Fate is stronger than will, you know.
Nay, those burns were fresh. One look was all it took for me to know that. If he had these scars before, we would have noticed them anyway.
But if those marks were recently inflicted...
Not necessarily. This is only the reason Wolfgang sustained burns similar to that of lightning strike victims was equivalent in damage to...
You saying there's something out here channeling the power of lightning?
Oh yeah, the freaking... right there.
This is it.
Ulysses, since you write everything down, do you have a description of the boiler room in your notebook?
Yes, I do. Why?
Since some people here never investigated the crime scene, they probably aren't as familiar with the room as we are. So, you should read out your description of it.
Sure. The boiler room consists of a small concrete platform surrounded by ankle-deep water. Throughout the room are boxes filled with various garbage, and in the back looks to be a generator, charred beyond belief. What you just heard is a brief summary of my notes.
Hear that? There's a generator inside the boiler room. Of all the things which could deal similar damage to a lightning strike, doesn't a generator sound the most likely?
Didn't Ulysses say it was destroyed?
At the time of the investigation, sure. But it wasn't always destroyed. You probably don't remember, but back when we found the dummy, I mentioned something about the underground floor. To be more specific, it was the boiler room I woke up inside. I hadn't been alone either. Ava was also there.
I woke up first.
Yeah. She did. Anyway, Ava, you agreed the generator was in full working condition when we woke up, right?
Right.
So in the time since you woke up there, the generator was destroyed?
It's the only possibility. As for what destroyed the generator, While it's hard to say for sure, my best guess would
Don't waste my time.
Excuse me, mother?
Two things. First, destroyed is overly vague. Ulysses explained the state of the generator much better. Charred beyond belief. Second, and more importantly, where's your proof the generator inflicted?
What are you talking about? The generator
being within range of something counts as proof now, does it? Finding out a standard ship?
Alright, you know what? Screw you. Freaking rebuttal piece of crap. Alright, we got... Yeah, we got this. Two battles. Got the freaking wires, bro.
While the generator may look suspicious, consider the time frame we're working with. If the only time you saw the generator in full working condition was on the day of our kidnapping, that gives us a period of almost 4 days, in which the generator might have been destroyed.
Get out of here.
What about the blackout? It's impossible for the generator to cause the blackout if it was already broken prior to the tournament.
What about the blackout? The building may very well have lost its power at any point before or after.
Get out of here.
When the blackout happened, it froze a piece of equipment which had been set up for the game tournament, Mark's DJ pad. While there was no physical clock inside the dining hall, a digital one has been built into Mark's pad. If you look at what time the digital clock is frozen on, it matches the time of death listed on the tablet, 9:35 a.m.
Well, Mark, is this true?
There's no point in me saying anything when someone else has already said it better.
Just answer with a yes or no, will you?
Yes.
In any case, the matching times are too much of a coincidence. The destruction of the generator caused the blackout, and the blackout occurred at the time of the murder. There's no way the destruction of the generator wasn't tied to Wolfgang's death.
What do you suppose happened then?
I'm willing to bet the generator's destruction resulted in the boiler room's water becoming electrified. Since Wolfgang was discovered kneeling in the water, we can reason he was standing in it at the time this happened and...
Damon, you and I both know...
Huh?
Did you forget? It's impossible for the water because it isn't even conductive.
It's not?
After Damon and I woke up in the boiler room, I tested... I even redid my test during the investigation, since Damon wasn't sure if he should touch Wolfgang's wet clothes. In both instances, I proved the water was safe to enter. To be honest, neither result really surprised me. Water will only act as a conductor if it makes contact with two separate energy sources. The boiler room's generator is just one source.
If you're standing in the water, one outlet should be enough. Speaking from experience, all it takes is one lightning bolt, and the surrounding miles are scorched.
But the generator is a slow, persistent source of
Electricity is electricity. The reason you two avoid, if they were...
Maybe when the generator was destroyed.
Nah. Even in its...
It doesn't make sense for the generator to pose the point of the killing game is for the students to kill each other, not for the facility to kill the students. A feature of the building killing a student...
As for why the generator's been charred, sometimes electrical faults happen. And if an electrical fault...
Of course! If we were responsible for his death, you lot wouldn't be here discussing it.
Okay, since we've ruled out...
A toy gun or something.
Not a toy gun, a taser gun.
A taser? They'll shoot electricity!
I'm not sure how the taser fits in with this case, though. It doesn't seem to have been used.
Nope. The taser was definitely used.
How so? I didn't catch any sort of string protruding from it.
Not all taser guns release a string when fired. Some are completely wireless. For those types, you can tell they've been used if their blast doors are missing. Side note, blast doors are plastic panels which cover the muzzle of a taser. If a shot is fired, they pop clean off. When I was investigating the crime scene, I found the taser gun in one spot and its blast doors in another. Speaks for itself, yeah?
And here I was thinking the yellow bits were just random trash.
Where the heck did a taser gun even come from? Last time I checked, there weren't any lying around in the storage closet.
Maybe it belongs to someone here.
Huh?
Just think about it for 1 second. Everyone here has a dorm room which is themed around their talent. Mine's got DJ equipment, Jet's got car batteries. If that's what we have with our talents, what could someone with a dangerous talent have?
Are you talking about, like, knives and stuff? What? Is there something on my face?
Forget this. The person I'm talking about is Desmond.
Huh? No way! You think the gun is Desmond's?
Yeah.
Hang on. You got it all mixed up.
Jean, do you know anything about this? As Desmond's roommate, perhaps you spotted something inside his dorm.
Alas, we stayed in my abode. I couldn't tell you if he had weapons.
Talk about suspicious.
Did Desmond agree to bunk in Jean's dorm so Jean wouldn't see the weapons in his?
Listen, I get where you got that taser gun. It's not mine. I've never seen anything like it.
No, that's a lie.
A lie?
Talent or his blackmail?
I got it.
His blackmail.
The blackmail tools you gave us. That's my evidence.
You didn't get mine, did you?
No. But the person who did informed me of what it said.
His weapons at hand doesn't mean guard the weapons in question.
The writing style seems to match. I think it's legit.
That's more than a little suspicious, don't you think? Leaving a bunch of weapons unguarded during a killing game?
Don't judge me. This is the first time I'm hearing of it too.
You didn't know there were weapons in your room?
Yep, no idea.
Our rooms aren't particularly subtle in their theming. Are we supposed to believe yours is any different?
It is themed. I'm not denying that. But I sure as hell didn't catch sight of any weapons. If I did, do you seriously think I'd leave them unguarded and risk being found out?
Yeah. Desmond cares too much about everyone. He pointed out the broken doorknobs and gave us the idea to bunk together. Why would he hide weapons in his room?
Someone must have gotten the idea to rifle through my dorm because of my talent and found the taser gun hidden inside. There's no other way to explain it.
So while Desmond gets a bunch of guns, all I get is an old game console and a deck controller.
Take the bad with the good, dearest pupil. No one fears game consoles. Well, no one besides parents and the religiously inclined.
Enough talking about consoles. Why do you guys believe if the taser gun belongs to him, then he's the killer? It's just a flimsy excuse.
Blackout taser gun testimony.
Desmond is the killer. The taser gun came from his room.
I had no idea the gun even existed.
Hold on, taser gun? Blackout. Here's testimony. Taser gun.
I was barely in my dorm to begin with.
Because you wanted to draw attention away from your weapons hoard.
But if this is suspicion, why did Desmond say the taser gun was fired? Draw attention to their own murder weapon.
I was with Desmond.
I call it. And suddenly everyone trusts you.
Hold on, blackout. Hold on.
idea the gun even existed. I was burying my door to begin with. Because you wanted to draw attention away from your weapons hoard. If this is about avoiding suspicion, why did Desmond say the teaser gun was fired? I don't think the killer would draw attention to their own murder weapon.
I got it.
We got it.
Regardless of whether or not Desmond knew about the gun, he definitely wasn't involved in the murder. Eloise can back me up on this.
Right. Desmond and I, we were together in the courtyard at the time of Wolfgang's death.
I see. Then both of you can be ruled out as suspects.
Don't just take her word for it. She could be covering for Desmond.
Jeez, if you have a bone to pick with these guys, at least save it for when we're not solving a murder.
Yeah. Why don't you want to believe Eloise?
Ever since the investigation, these two yuppies have been on my case non-stop. They're obviously working together.
Not gonna lie, I see where Grace is coming from. When Eloise tried to single her out earlier, Desmond was pretty quick to jump in and agree.
Even so, since the topic has been brought up, I would like to mention something. During my trip to the pharmacy, I believe...
You also said you were back in the hallways around 8-10 a.m., didn't you? That means those two were wandering around unsupervised. Either one of them could have left the courtyard.
If Desmond was the killer, what would Eloise gain from defending him? Should the wrong vote be cast, nothing about the rules suggests an accomplice of the killer would be exempt from execution.
That's right. And even if she was exempt, Eloise is too nice to be an accomplice to murder.
Grace, I realize Desmond's irked you, but that's no reason to keep staring everyone down a dead end. Let's move on.
A person who's always steering others down a dead end, huh? I guess they needed a GPS. Anyway, we should totally thank Desmond for clearing things up now. Not only do we know he's not the killer, now we know how the killer got their hands on the taser.
Now we know how.
Someone must have gotten the idea to rifle through my dorm because of my talent, and found the taser gun hidden inside.
Yup, that is word for word what Desmond said.
Right. Good memory.
All in a day's work, babe!
Can you repeat that quote, Cassie?
Again? But I just said it.
Yeah, but I want you to say it again.
Alright, someone must have gotten the idea to rifle through my dorm because of my talent and found the taser gun hidden inside.
Is there something on your mind?
If Desmond's testimony is anything to go by, then wouldn't this mean the culprit has to be male?
What?
If I remember correctly, all the guys were aware of each other's pairings. With that sort of knowledge, a male student could try and infiltrate another male student's dorm.
None of us knew which room we'd be bunking in.
It only takes a quick peek to check if someone's inside or not. Anyone could have done that.
And who's to say the thief didn't barge in before we started bunking?
Or while people were having breakfast.
Seems there was a mountain of opportunities for our culprit to sneak in unnoticed. Doesn't exactly help us narrow things down, does it?
Well, guess this taser gun was a bust.
Look on the bright side. If it's been fired, then it's probably what electrocuted Wolf. If trying to suss out who stole it, you know, the ones that weren't burned.
Yeah. Besides the burns on his hands, Wolfgang also had a bruise and a tiny red dot on the back of his neck.
A bruise and a tiny dot, huh?
Alphabetical order?
No need to thank me. It's
okay. Let's discuss the bruise first.
Neck, heel rolling pin.
I think it's safe to say the killer didn't use a flamethrower.
Yeah, duh.
Maybe Wolfgang got into a fight? Someone might have attacked him and aimed for his neck.
If you can even reach that high.
Either way, something must have hit him.
I got it.
That was easy.
Kai's right. Something did hit Wolfgang.
Really? Man. And I was only blurting out the first thing which came to mind. Anyway, from how you're wording things, do you know what that something is?
A rolling pin.
Eh?
Wolfgang was hit with a rolling pin.
How on earth did you reach that conclusion?
Ava and I found this pin inside storage closet A, which is just a few feet from the crime scene. Coincidentally, the pin also has a dent.
You sure that's enough to say it's involved? Could just be a flimsy pin.
No. There's something else which is a little handprints. 2 of them on the edge of the pin.
So the killer used a rolling pin to attack Wolfgang?
It certainly explains the bruising on his neck.
They must have wanted him to be unconscious so he wouldn't fight back.
Exactly. It would be easier to drag him into the water if he's not awake.
You reckon the killer purposely put Wolfie in the water?
Damn! With one electrified blow, Wolfgang is zapped to bits with the taser! Since he's lying in the water, he's definitely a goner.
Considering the logical ethos of the killer's rectitude, especially when governed under constricting pressure, leaving him catatonic would be the most facile solution.
I guess it makes sense.
Oh, whoever took the knife just poked him with the neck.
So let me get this straight. The killer knocked out Wolfgang with a rolling pin, and then chucked the pin into closet A?
When exactly did they discard the pin?
We're already downstairs. Because the 2 of us went inside the...
Inside the closet?
Remember? Dad and I checked closet B.
Downstairs.
I think discarding pin.
So let me get this straight.
The killer knocked out Wolfgang with a rolling pin, and then chucked the pin into closet A? When exactly did they discard the pin? They could have done it when Eva and I were already downstairs. Because the 2 of us went inside closet A. Now we're inside the closet. Just find the backup generator, remember? And then I checked closet B. Eva and I checked closet C. Eva and Grace checked closet A. And Yanma checked closet B. The killer just discarded the pin before we came downstairs. Yeah, I think that's right. Because the killer could run upstairs and go back to their room immediately after discarding the pin.
So let me...
Hold on. Then how come we hear the footsteps then? How come we hear footsteps?
The killer just discarded the pin. Before downstairs.
So let me...
The killer knocked out Wolfgang with a rolling pin, and then chucked the pin into closet A? When exactly did they discard the pin? They could have done it when Eva and I were already downstairs. Because the 2 of us went inside closet A. Now we're inside the closet. Just find the backup generator, remember? And then I checked closet B. And then I checked closet C.
But
And Grace checked closet A. And Yanma checked closet B. The killer just discarded the pin before we came downstairs. Yeah,
I think
that's right.
because the killer could run upstairs, their room, immediately.
Nope.
No, that's wrong!
No, we heard that. We heard the footsteps then.
Diana, there's proof the killer fled the underground hallway at a later time, when the tournament attendees were looking for a backup generator. Kai and I heard someone run past our room.
Huh?
Oh man, that's right. We were just exploring the closet when all of a sudden we heard footsteps in the hallway. That's when Damon decided he was gonna follow where the footsteps came from and entered the boiler room.
Did anyone else hear these footsteps?
Nope. Not ringing any bells.
Yeah, Jen and me didn't really hear it over all our talking.
I heard the footsteps.
Huh? You did?
Well, I initially thought it was my imagination, so I never said anything.
Ashamed to say, I also brushed off the footsteps. Thought I was hearing things. However, since other people can attest to hearing them...
Then someone else was on the underground floor with us.
Before anyone tries to bring it up, none of the tournament attendees could have been the person running, since everyone explored the closets in pairs. They all have solid alibis.
I'm sure we can all vouch for that, aye?
Everyone was still in their closets after Damon and I found Wolfgang. So...
Considering the footsteps were moving away from the crime scene, I think it's safe to say they belong to the killer.
Wouldn't that mean the killer fled while you guys were exploring the rooms?
Hold up! So the killer had been right next to us?
Boy, that's a given.
Huh? How are you so calm after hearing that? The only thing which stood between us and a murderer was a door. What if they attacked us?
Well, they didn't, so I don't see what the problem is.
Sheesh, you're weird.
Why not run away earlier, though? Fleeing while everyone is searching seems really risky.
Maybe it was a miscalculation?
It's not impossible, I guess.
If not that, then maybe the killer returned to the boiler room after discarding the pin?
Sounds pretty meat-headed if you ask me.
Yes, you'd think a killer would use that moment to run away.
For the two who heard the footsteps, describe the sound.
It was kinda... socky. As in, it sounded pretty soft. Like the person had taken off their shoes.
Saki, huh? Seems this killer was purposefully trying to keep quiet.
Because their footsteps were soft?
That seems like a leap in logic.
No, I get what she's saying. Everyone here has socks on, I'm pretty sure. The thing with shoes is, not everyone here has the same kind. If the killer had worn theirs, we might have been able to figure out their footwear from the sound it made on the floor. Then we just have to single out the person with that footwear. Man, it would have been so easy to find the killer.
We already can find the killer, though.
Oi, are you pulling out leg?
I'm completely serious. Picture a map of the building complex in your head. The building with the dorms is on the left, the courtyard is in the middle, and the building with the tree is on the right. Now, try and pin everyone's locations during Wolfgang's murder. Once you do that, the identity of the killer will definitely become clear.
Is the killer someone whose position we can't place?
No, it's not about position.
Eh?
Wolfgang's killer can easily lie about their location during the murder. The only thing distinguishing their testimony from everyone else's is that theirs can't be corroborated.
No one here can possibly be the killer. It's you. Hold on. Who's sitting without an alibi? Wait, hold on. Wait, hold on. Yo, you chill out. Hold on. Chill out, bruh. Chill out. Who's the person without an alibi? My God, Jesus. The person without the alibi. Ingrid doesn't have an alibi. Diane doesn't have an alibi. Who doesn't have an alibi? Hold up. Damn it. Alright, hold on. Let me continue. We are locking in. Really? Ow. Hold on. Stop. Stop it. There you go.
It has to be you!
Jesus.
Diana, it's you, isn't it?
Huh? The makeup girl?
She's the only one here without an alibi. Those of us who attended the tournament can obviously be ruled out. And as for those who didn't, Desmond and Eloise were in the courtyard. Toshiko and Ingrid were in the same dorm room.
What about Winona? She never mentioned an alibi.
Give me a break.
Winona and I were in the building with the tree all morning. In fact, yes, Desmond and Eloise should have witnessed us walking over there, as those two were in the courtyard at the time.
Yeah, that's true.
In that case, Diana really is the only one without an alibi.
Guys,
If she's the person who fled the boiler room, those footsteps we heard make a lot more sense. Heels make a pretty loud clop sound on hard floors, and the underground hallway's floor is pretty hard. Diana would obviously want to take them off. Also, heels aren't comfy to run in.
Whoa! I didn't even think of it like that. You're totally right, though. Since Diana's the only one here with heels, she would have to take them off.
Guys, what are you talking about? Me? A killer?
The fact you weren't at the tournament is incriminating enough.
Not just that. Everyone but you has an alibi.
But, right, Ava? You woke up with me this morning, and you never—
During the brief amount of time we were together, I never saw you leave. What you did after I left for the game tournament, however, is anyone's guess.
Ava wanted to help me and Cash set up the tournament, so we told her to swing by early.
For that reason, I left Diana's dorm at 8:05 a.m. I know the exact time since her room has a clock. I probably entered the dining hall around 8:10 a.m.-ish.
So much for an alibi then.
Diana, don't tell me.
Holy smokes, it's all falling into place!
Are we sure there hasn't been some sort of misunderstanding?
It's not possible. Diana can't be the killer. No! I refuse to believe it!
He said some people here are willing to face the facts. That's not a problem. I'll make them face the facts. Whether we like it or not soon enough, nobody will be able to deny Diana killed Wolfgang. Hey, what you trying to say?
If it was Diana inside the she'd be the one who
She to think that.
Nah, that's...
Wielding weapons?
No. That person is clearly impossible. I should realize as much as I point out that piece of evidence. And that evidence should be pretty obvious. Come on, the weapon should be obvious.
If it was Diana inside that boiler.
Else would the killer's blood be on their own weapon?
Hold on.
They were so
If it was Diana inside that boiler room, could she?
Are you saying she wounded herself?
Wounded herself? What makes you think that?
I don't know. And the knife in the other.
Next level.
If it was Diane.
We got this. We got this. Come on. Get out of here.
No, that's wrong.
No. The killer was only wielding the rolling pin during their confrontation with Wolfgang. You can tell just from looking at the pin. There are two handprints wrapped around the edge, as if the killer had been holding the pin like a tennis racket. Which makes sense, because you can swing with more force if you use both hands. And that's what a killer wants when trying to knock out a grown man.
Then, who held the knife?
It wasn't the killer. So it was most likely Wolfgang Akire.
What the hell are you talking about? Wolfgang, carrying a dangerous weapon?
If you were in his situation, wouldn't you? Wolfgang received an anonymous message asking him to meet in a basement, all whilst in the middle of a killing game. At that point, it doesn't matter how much of an optimist he is. He'd know better than to come unarmed.
A knife isn't super hard to find either. Wolfgang.
Besides, if Diana is the one who got stabbed, it would explain the blood trail. Think about it. She arms herself with the rolling pin and attacks Wolfgang, getting hurt by him in the process. For some reason, possibly because of the blackout, she doesn't clean the blood trail she's leaving, and returns to her dorm room after.
No! That's wrong!
Huh?
If I was stabbed, then... But there's nothing, right?
Depends. If a vein got nipped, you'd be seeing blood no matter the size of the cut. Of course, that also means a small cut will need bandage.
You may not see any injuries on Diana, but that doesn't mean they aren't there.
Oh, we're cooking.
If she wanted, she could simply hide her injuries from view. After all, someone like her has exactly what it takes.
I got it.
Talent. As the ultimate cosmetologist, Diana could easily cover her wounds.
It makes sense. With the right equipment, she could probably disguise even a bandaged wound.
As Diana's bunking partner, I've seen firsthand how many different cosmetics are inside her room. So unfortunately, I have to agree.
Well, Diana, did I get anything wrong?
No. No.
Wait, Diana, did you just say no? As in, no, you're not wrong that I covered up my wounds? Oh, crap. Oh, crap. You guys know what this means, right, guys? Diana basically just confessed!
A confession?
It makes sense, though, doesn't it? Diana got wounded, which proves she got in a fight with Wolfgang, which means all that stuff about Wolfgang going...
Diana. And when he arrived, and now...
Diana, it wasn't me. I promise, it wasn't me.
And then try and sentence the...
Golly, you're right. If we vote...
That's so... Fuck!
God damn it.
Seriously, Diana? What the hell is your damage?
Her son?
Well, you know, what does it look at if you know? No.
Come on. We got this. We got this. We gotta prove it right here, right now. We gotta prove it right here, right now.
Diana was the one who lured Wolfgang to the boiler room. Once he got there, she killed him immediately.
Nope.
No, that's wrong.
Hold on. Grace, you're overlooking a crucial detail. Do you recall the note I found in Wolfgang? It asked him to meet in the boiler room at 8:15 a.m. But, according to the Tozu tablet, he died over an hour later at 9:35 a.m. That means Wolfgang didn't die right after he got to the boiler room.
What's your point?
My point is that the killer had no reason to lure Wolfgang to the boiler room and then wait over an hour to kill him. There's no guarantee another person won't enter the room during that time. It's in the killer's best interest to be in and out of there as fast as possible. When we originally discussed the note, we lacked the context to properly understand this time discrepancy. But if we go with your idea that Diana killed Wolfgang immediately, then that discrepancy becomes all too clear.
How do you know Wolfgang didn't just arrive late?
He was already on his way when I ran into him at 8:10 a.m. He must have arrived on time.
Same goes for the killer. I doubt Wolfgang would stay in the boiler room for long if no one came to meet him. For that reason, we can assume Wolfgang was knocked unconscious soon after he arrived. But there's such a long period of time between him being knocked out and him being killed. Unless you want to tell me he and Diana were in an hour-long struggle, then I'm sure there's more to the mystery here.
Shut the fuck up!
Hey, Grace, pissing me off.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Don't you see this as a trick? All of Diana's blubbering and crying is just...
My only concern is...
Then let me show you. I call it...
Okay, bro. Ooh, I like the rebuttal showdown though. I
don't give a damn what Diana says. Not only is she the one person without an alibi, the blood from her wounds places her inside the exact same room where Wolfgang died. How can the killer be anyone but her? I don't give a damn what Diana says. Not only is she the one person without an alibi, the blood from her wounds places her inside the exact same room where Wolfgang died. How can the killer be anyone but her?
If Diana lured Wolfgang downstairs, why would she take over an hour to kill him? It doesn't make sense. Not when there's a risk of someone else entering the boiler room.
What risk? Diana wouldn't have to worry about anyone walking in because she could just lock the fucking door.
I'll cut through those words.
Get out of here, dumbass.
The boiler room door can't be relied upon here. If Diana locked it, she would be trapping herself inside the boiler room.
What?
The doorknob has been flipped so that the keyhole faces inside, while the lock faces outside. Had you investigated the crime scene more closely, you might have realized this detail sooner. In any case, locking the door would lock everyone inside the room. If Diana was the killer, she'd be better off leaving the door open.
How the heck do you even flip a doorknob? Sounds like something only a tradesperson could do.
Meh. You really think so? Swapping a doorknob is easy. Well, last time I did anything like it was a while ago, but everyone here knows knobs are screwable, right? If you get a screwdriver and know what you're doing, you can rotate the doorknob quick smart.
If you can swap a doorknob, then I guess anyone can.
Right on! Wait, are you saying that like it's a bad thing, or...?
Is that why Diana remained in the boiler room after Wolfgang died? She had been locked inside?
What do you make of the footsteps then? If they were Diana's, it would imply she escaped the boiler room.
This is it.
Near the boiler room door, I discovered a thin piece of metal. At first glance, it didn't look important, but if you were to fold it in half, theoretically, it would look like a hairpin.
Ah, she used the classic maneuver, picking a lock with a hairpin. It can be done, it just takes a bit of practice.
Diana probably had this hairpin inside her makeup bag, so she used it to fiddle with the lock until it eventually came undone, which, judging by the timing of her footsteps, happened late into the blackout.
Messing with a lock in pitch blackness. Whew, now that would be impossible for me.
Right. Even if Diana did access light, like through the Tozy trinket, undoing the lock would still be difficult. Way too difficult of a situation to deliberately put herself in.
We're not blocking the door.
I got it.
Someone else must have locked the door.
What?
If we go with our current train of thought, the doorknob was rearranged so you could only lock it from the outside. It doesn't make sense for Diana to rearrange the lock, enter the room, and deliberately trap herself inside, which means someone else must have locked the door.
Bum, bum, bum.
I know this doesn't necessarily clear Diana's suspicion, but it's strange enough to warrant further investigation.
I'd rather resolve this thread before.
Agreed. We could easily miss something in.
So, why did this mystery person close the door in the first place?
What if they saw the scuffle between Wolfie and Diana and closed the door to protect themselves?
Instead of seeking help or trying to stop the scuffle?
You say that like closing the door isn't exactly what you would do.
What kind of asshole do you take me for?
Any chance they locked it to prevent Diana from escaping?
And somehow unscrewed the doorknob without drawing attention to themselves?
Didn't you hear him? He's talking about the door being locked, not the door.
Unless two entirely different people just... The one who locked the door is most... Then you should be wondering the same thing.
Not in the moment, it isn't. But what if the doorknob had been swapped beforehand? Say this person knew Wolfgang and Diana were coming to the boiler room. They could have swapped the knob in advance, waited for Diana and Wolfgang to enter, and then closed and locked the door.
So the flipping of the doorknob was premeditated?
With what we currently know, I'd wager it's our safest assumption. At least until we hear Diana's side of the story.
Diana, since you were the last person with Wolfgang, your testimony could be our most valuable piece of evidence yet. You need to tell me what happened. If not for me, or for you, then at the very least, do it for Wolfgang's sake.
I'm
really sorry.
I wanted to help, but all I could do was... all my fault. No!
Huh?
I didn't kill Wolfgang. And I don't know who did, but I still failed him as a friend. I failed him then. But if I told the truth, things would be worse.
Wolfgang died?
It's a...
Yeah,
Looking like Diana might actually be innocent. Looking like that, but nagging feeling in my chest still hasn't gone away. Oh, god damn it. Damn it, what am I doing? There's one girl doubting myself, jumping from one argument to another. If I can't piece together my own thoughts, how could I possibly piece together this case to get a grip on myself? Whoever throwing me next to me supposed to view. That's why I'm only to play live. And here comes the part where everything's gonna be boring. Kind of.
Has all this perhaps...
Got it! Got it, I don't care.
Diana, Now's your chance to defend yourself. Tell me what happened.
Where do I even
How about you begin by explaining
why I went,
a note?
2 days ago. Someone slid one into my room. I never got to see who. I just heard a knock.
I don't remember any.
Sorry. It was midday-ish, and you weren't there at the time. Well...
Diana, as you are aware, is it our obligation to speak to those blackmail who are detained. After receiving your blackmail and reading the information disclosing it, I believe meeting two of us was warranted. In 2 days' time, please come to the underground boiler room at 8:45 a.m. Make sure to arrive promptly and close the door behind you. To avoid discourage, I do not show anyone this letter. Do not approach me about it either, even in private. There's any chance someone can hear. Okay.
Wolfie wrote this?
Wolfgang had Diana's blackmail? But didn't he have Jean's?
Hold on a sec. If you take a closer look, the handwriting on that note, doesn't it resemble the handwriting on Wolfgang's note?
You're actually right. Even though Wolfgang's note has been water damaged, the words I can make out...
Then someone else was posing as Wolfgang?
The killer, most likely. They must have thought his word was the only one Diana would follow.
Guess it worked, huh?
I didn't want to show this, like saying I faked the note, or that I decided to kill because of it. I know you guys think I'm stupid. Which was why I left my room around 8:40 a.m. and went downstairs. No. It was just me. I did find the boiler room door hanging open a little bit. I just went inside and closed the door behind me.
What did you see inside the boiler?
The boiler room was... My eyes had to take a few seconds to adjust to everything else. But after that, I
only saw him.
Wolfgang was lying in the water, making these weird noises. It didn't seem like he'd even notice me entering the... Wolfgang? Hearing his name seemed to snap him out of his trance, because he slowly rose to his feet. Wolfgang, are you okay?
It's you.
Huh?
I can't believe it. I really am finally meeting you.
What?
What do you mean?
Please, forgive me. Please forgive me for what I've become.
Wolfgang?
Despite how I could never become you, I will always be a failure.
It's okay, Wolfgang. Look, there's stairs over here. Come over here and we can get out. I have no idea if he didn't hear me, or if he was just ignoring me. But, okay. I'll get closer to you then. I went over to the ledge of the platform, the part where the fence had a gap. Just take my hand, okay? And I'll pull you out. He slowly stumbled over, and he held my hand. I didn't really think I could pull him out. I just wanted to be there for him. It was the best I could do. Staying on the platform felt so much safer. And It's okay, Wolfgang. We'll get through this together, all right? I was looking at him when I said that. I was looking right at him. But somehow I didn't think to react. When he reached inside his blazer.
Bring her back. Bring her back!
I tried to leave the room, but the door was locked. I didn't know what to do. I started looking around for things to defend myself with, and that's when I saw the gun.
The taser gun? Did you use it?
I took the taser, and I aimed it at Wolfgang, and
You shot him.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't shoot him. I just backed away from him. I couldn't understand anything. Why was this happening to me? Why was I being attacked? Why can't I do anything to...
I'm not like you. I'll never be like you. I won't give up until the world knows. I won't give up until everyone knows me as...
All of a sudden, everything turned white. Everything in front of me. Except Wolfgang. In those few seconds, he became pitch black. And then, so did everything else. Even though I didn't see Wolfgang fall over, I heard it. His body cracking against the pavement, and his knife falling into the water. I waited for the gasp of pain, for him to groan or mumble or say something. But there was nothing. There was just me and the silence. That's how it happened.
What the fuck?
That man attacked you?
Oh my goodness, Diana, I'm at a loss for words.
This is getting too much for me, bros. I think I'm gonna faint.
Holy shit. So Diana really did watch Wolfgang die.
But why was he so violent towards her? It's like he became an entirely different person.
The word you're looking for is crazy.
Just how hard I tried and how much I wanted to make it through. Everyone coming. Oh, Wolfgang say these words in that particular moment.
How'd you manage to escape the boiler room after all that?
By picking the door's lock.
For reals?
I wasn't even thinking. I just started feeling my way back to the door in the dark. And then, well, my supply bag. To be honest, I have no idea how I managed to unlock the door. The whole thing was repeated trial and error. Just minutes of me telling myself that somehow this next attempt will finally work.
Whoa! Actually unlocking the doors. That's like hitting a bullseye blindfolded.
Now we know why it took so long for her to escape.
I realized why it happened. Getting trapped inside, I mean. The door's lock was on the outside. So, someone must have set the lock before I came downstairs, so that when I closed the door, I'd be trapped.
The lock is normally on the inside too. The killer purposely flipped it, then left the door open so you would be the one to close it. As for why the killer locked the door to begin with...
It was to frame Diana, right?
Right. The killer made Diana trap herself inside the boiler room, so they could kill Wolfgang in front of her, and force her to remain by his body. Had their plan worked, Diana would only be able to escape if someone from outside entered the boiler room, by which point, that someone would be stumbling across what looks like a cut-and-dry murder case.
If the tournament folk found Diana, they would have been playing right into the killer's hands.
Speaking of which, Diana, I'm curious to know, did you unlock the door before or after the tournament attendees arrived downstairs?
It sort of happened at the same time. Like, when I opened the door, there were already people walking down the stairs. Obviously, I couldn't stay inside the boiler room. If anyone saw me close to Wolfgang's body, it would look really bad. The hallway was a bit easier to make out in the dark. So I walked over to a wall bordering one of the storage closets and hid behind it, and stayed as quiet as possible. I was still bleeding a little from Wolfgang's cut though, and some of that blood ended up dripping onto the floor around me.
It's the blood on the underground floor! It's all coming together!
This was shortly before us tournament goers split up. And you made a run for it, yeah?
Mm-hmm. Down the hallway, up the stairs, and then as quietly as possible into my room. Since everything was still really dark, I had to patch myself using the Tozu Trinket's projection as my light. I realize this is a lot, and I know it, so if you
Come on. Think about pull it up and wipe and get scrubbing out her arm.
I cleared up the blood pretty fast. Luckily for me, the cut wasn't that deep. There's still a chance it may leave a scar, though.
Holy crap!
That's awful! It's okay. I'll cover it back up again.
Why did Wolfgang attack you for no reason?
I wouldn't say it was for no reason.
You're being kind of insensitive, man.
Explain yourself.
Huh? I didn't mean it like that. What I'm trying to say is, Wolfgang's actions may look random from an outsider's perspective, but from his perspective, well, judging by his behavior, it seems like he saw something which shook him to his core.
Like, there was something in the room that Diana didn't see?
That's impossible! It was only me and Wolfgang in the boiler room!
I don't believe John meant it in a literal sense.
Wolfgang...
He thought he saw something, is my point.
You mean he had been hallucinating?
What did Wolfgang hallucinate for him to turn out the way Diana described?
You'd be surprised by the sort of things our minds can invent. I'm lucky to have never experienced anything myself, but I know some who have hallucinated nasty things. Demons and monsters, or the feeling of being tortured. If Wolfgang went through something similar, I can see why he lashed out.
Now, what the heck is going on at sea?
Of course, these hallucinations don't just happen out of the blue. More often than not, they're substance-induced.
Substance-induced? Just say Wolfgang took a hallucinogenic.
Hallucinogenics?
One which induced a lot of fatigue, too, judging by the way he lumbered about in Diana's account.
It would explain why Wolfgang mostly stayed in one place.
One place, which happened to be in the water.
Seems very deliberate. Aye. I reckon the killer knocked Wolfgang unconscious in order to drag him into the water, but knew he would eventually wake up again. So they drugged him with something which would basically make him despondent. As for where the drug came from...
Oh no! Don't tell me the killer robbed...
I knew exploring it was a bad idea.
It? What's this it we're talking about?
The pharmacy, obviously. Why the heck did we think leaving that place open was a good idea? Now someone's stolen an item and drugged Wolfgang.
Fuck! I knew our promise was too good to be true! I can't trust any of you guys!
And don't say Wolfgang drugged himself! Who wants to be tortured by demons?
Well, stranger people do exist.
That's rich coming from you!
And again, nobody would have listened to me. Especially not with Wolfgang in control.
If we know where the perpetrator got their chemicals, I guess our next step is figuring out how they did the drugging.
Agreed. It would help us better understand the timeline of events, and potentially even validate Diana's testimony.
Sounds like you guys can leave this one to me. I'm the kind of person who knows someone back to front the moment I meet them. If you haven't already realized, I've gone and read this killer like an open book.
You're the last person I trust to reach a correct conclusion.
Just you wait! The second you hear what I gotta say, you'll be eating those worms!
Hold on.
I bet the killer took a pill. Forced Wolfgang to swallow it.
Bruh.
Just jab him.
Yeah, cause the little dot on his neck It's like a needle. It's like a thin needle dot.
When Wolfgang's wounds were discussed earlier, it was mentioned he had a tiny red dot below the bruise on his neck. During the investigation, I thought this dot was a scab from a mole or pimple. But knowing Wolfgang was drugged, it's clear to see what it really is. A puncture wound.
Considering the timeline of events, an injection would check out if Wolfgang got drugged a little after 8:15 a.m. and was already feeling the effects when Diana arrived at 8:45 a.m. Then we're dealing with something which entered his bloodstream in under 30 minutes. Any normal pill would have taken, probably an hour to dissolve.
Whilst an injection would be much quicker. I see.
That's probably another reason why the killer knocked Wolfgang unconscious. It would have been incredibly difficult to inject him if he was still moving around. Only when they had him right where they wanted, dazed and unable to fight back, did they plunge the syringe into his neck.
With said syringe being filled with a hallucinogenic.
But if this all happened a few minutes after 8:15 a.m., doesn't that make it impossible to pin a suspect?
What? Why is it impossible?
Because everybody's got an alibi for that time. I mean, Damien and I were in my dorm room, and the other party people...
8:15 a.m. Yeah, I was already in the dining hall with Jet, Mark, and Eva.
I left Wolfgang's dorm right after the morning announcement and spent the rest of the hour with Jean.
When Nona and I were in our dorm room together.
And me and Eloise were already sitting down in the courtyard.
Toshiko was giving me the medication she grabbed from the pharmacy.
And,
Oh no. If everyone can be accounted...
So, we're back to square one?
Yep.
Someone here must be lying.
And doesn't plan to stop.
Or could it be we're overlooking something? You're overlooking. It was ruled out having a relation to murder because the wires don't touch the water. The decision of fact it was destroyed at the time of the blackout. And coincidence is enough.
If everyone has an alibi for 8:15 a.m., is it possible the killer never actually attacked Wolfie at that time? But his little note said to come by at 8:15 a.m., didn't it?
Ingrid, do you remember what you said when we couldn't figure out who stole Desmond's taser?
To be honest, I'm drawing a blank.
You suggested we switch subjects and discuss Wolfgang's injuries instead, which we did. As a result, we ended up unraveling more about the case. Right now,
Switch?
I want to take another look at Diana's testimony.
Mine?
Back when you were describing Wolfgang's death. The flash of white Diana described must have been the generator exploding, with the darkness afterwards being the blackout. Think about the order of events there. In just a few seconds, the boiler room's generator doesn't it sound like the two are correlated?
Oi, didn't we go over this?
We did.
Diana said...
What?
It's all good. Sure, nobody can dispute the gun was fired. What can be disputed, though, is when it got fired. I wouldn't be surprised if the killer fired that gun way in advance. Like, sometime before Wolf...
What? So the taser gun isn't the
If Wolfgang wasn't killed with the taser gun, or the...
The taser gun is the only option which... And anyway, the only proof Diana never shot the taser is her own word.
Ava,
All the evidence supports the note you showed, the fact that it has this.
Couldn't that just...
If you earnestly believe, but do you see what I'm saying? Because if she did write...
I get what you're saying. Then we're stuck with the...
That's also none of us know what...
Without context, but since the boiler room is unlocked... Anyone...
Okay? No one wants to make a detour. Diana claims she... But where's the hard proof?
The answer.
What?
Didn't we already talk about that?
All you guys did was discuss theories. Never anything concrete. Settling for a theory isn't good enough when our lives are on the line. In the same way Ava can't rule out Diana's involvement in the case. We can't rule out...
What should we do?
It's what we've been doing.
Oakley. All right, everyone. Let's put our thinking hats on. If we work together, we'll unravel this mystery for sure. Ready? On your marks, get set, go!
Get out! Horny.
Why did the generator blow up?
I don't know, you tell me. No, that is not.
Did the killer throw something at the generator? Maybe explode? Perhaps it's the fault of the
Taser gun?
No.
The electrical discharge it released might have connected with the generator and created enough abundance of energy, which caused everything in the circuit to pop. Probably, there's no proof.
No, that's wrong!
That's instantly wrong. That is instantly wrong.
Unfortunately, Ava, you say nothing but the taser could have been involved in the murder. But there's one possibility you didn't put shrapnel in the water.
You mean those bits of red metal which were floating around?
Right. The ones that look like the aftermath of an explosion. Due to their proximity to the generator, it's safe to assume...
Can't that just be debris left by?
Except this debris is a completely different color. It lacks the rust the generator has accumulated. We're obviously looking at the remnants of something else. Which means an...
Where's the metal? Where's the extension cord?
This is it.
The water was also an extension cord, half of which had been burnt away.
Huh? Did the cord get caught?
Seems that cord has the misfortune of floating around the wrong place.
From what I saw in my investigation, the building's extension cord supply seems to be kept inside storage closet B. So in a way, yeah, it was definitely in the wrong place.
Storage closet D, huh? It was hard to make out much of it in the dark, but I do recall seeing some extension cords peeking out from behind the shelf.
Since we already know the killer raided one store...
The hell did they need an
Probably something involving the generator. Given it...
Same thing with the red bits. Even though...
Hold up.
This is it.
You got it.
Hold that thought. We may be able to identify the shrapnel using context clues. During the investigation, there was a strange smell permeating the boiler room. Well, the best way to describe the scent would...
Cereal and alcohol? Talk about specific.
Tis a sign a chemical reaction.
Hold up.
Wait, you recognize...
Chemical reactions can produce some pretty pungent odors. Usually something to the tune
Yo,
of
we got this, we got
alcohol mixed with... I noticed the smell going into the investigation, but it had completely slipped my mind until now.
Right.
Could it be a chemical reaction was caused by the taser?
The gun never touched the water. There's no reason for it to be the source of the smell.
What about the generator?
Considering the state of it, that generator would smell more burnt than anything else.
If the chemical reaction can't be explained by what we already know, like the generator or the taser gun, we need to consider the possibility that the explanation is the one piece of evidence still evading us, the shrapnel.
Can someone translate this into less complicated talk?
It was just a long-winded way of saying he's using process of elimination.
I know it sounds like a stretch, but think about it. If the smell and shrapnel are linked, then...
So we're looking for a metal object.
Surely something like that would be kept inside.
Looking at my note, when we originally visited the pharmacy, I recorded a bright red metal object would have definitely caught my eye, but...
I got lots.
I guess it was clear my room. Literally all sorts of places to his bed. The room can clean around the talents.
It has to be you!
Jet, I need to ask you something.
What's up?
Can you tell me what's inside your dorm room?
Like, a full-on list?
Whatever works.
Sure thing. I got a pretty gnarly collection of parts and accessories. Blind spot mirrors, lithium batteries, wheels, spare brakes, you name it. Oh, I even have the legendary mantle from the 1984's Grand Prix winning speedster.
That's what I was hoping to hear.
Cool. So, why'd you want to know? Unless... Wait, no, don't try...
I know you don't. You have an alibi. The only reason I ask is because that mysterious red shrapnel may be the remnants of one of your lithium batteries.
What?
I see. A lithium battery might explain the smell in the air.
And lithium? That's an explosive substance. If it made contact with water, gosh, you'd be left with a mess and a half.
Wouldn't someone have heard an explosion though?
I did.
Really?
During the tournament. Right before we lost power.
Oi, that's right. There was a burn.
Wait! I remember hearing it too!
I initially assumed the generator made the noise somehow. But if Jet's car batteries contain an explosive substance...
Hey, Jet, were your batteries bright red at all?
Maybe?
You don't know for sure?
I never took the batteries out of their packaging. The packaging isn't red, I can tell you that, but the actual batteries?
So it can't be proven beyond a reason?
Pretty much.
Well, what's the reaction time of a lithium battery? When a lithium battery hits the water, how long does it take to combust? I think, once we know that, we can decide whether or not the battery is relevant.
A lithium battery would be an almost instantaneous reaction, I'm pretty sure.
Lithium isn't a metal I've worked with, but it got beat into my head never to mix it with substances it doesn't like. All that electricity, the battery would have let out when it hit the water. It must have went straight into poor Wolfie.
There's warning labels on the battery for a reason.
Okay. If the reaction is instantaneous, then the battery would have entered the water only seconds before the generator exploded. That's really weird.
Is it?
According to Diana's testimony, when the explosion happened, she was still holding the taser gun. In which case, who threw the battery into the water?
Huh. Good point. We can rule out Wolfgang, since the Blackens can only be a student who kills another student.
It was only Diana and Wolfgang in the boiler room. So unless Diana herself was the one to throw the battery, then the battery can't play a part in the murder.
This is a long trial. Culprit just here. Taser gun, big piece of metal, generator.
If the battery is related to the case, only Diana could have thrown it in the water.
It's a metal. Oh, there's no generator.
But my arm had been cut. Lifting a battery would hurt too much.
Neo batteries are pretty lightweight, though.
The battery clearly couldn't have fallen from somewhere. So it must have been perhaps into what Eva described?
Judging by the shrapnel, the battery would have landed in the water. A few inches from the generator.
Okay. Okay. I think I may have gotten it. Hold on. I think I may have gotten it. It says if there is impossible, it sounds like anything but impossible. It's anything but impossible. It's anything but impossible.
If the battery is related to the cave.
The battery clearly couldn't.
Nope.
No, that's wrong.
How come it exploded then? How come it exploded?
No. The battery might actually have fallen from the generator.
What makes you say that?
The shrapnel's position in front of the generator suggests there's a correlation between the two. However, it's unlikely Diana threw the battery at the... Not only is the boiler room difficult to see in, the generator is positioned far enough from the concrete platform that Diana, with her wounded arm, will need to stand on the platform's edge to make the shot, which would obviously put her in danger of being attacked by Wolfgang again.
Yeah. Wolfgang was really close. He could reach over to me if he wanted.
If the battery hadn't been thrown, the only other possibility is that it fell down into the water. And considering the layout of the boiler room, what else could the battery fall off of? Except the generator.
Are you saying the battery was sitting on top of the generator?
It's sitting on top. What was the position of the battery? Leaning over the generator.
I'm at the killer.
Is the...
Well,
I see.
Hold on.
I got it.
Suspended over the generator.
the battery may have been suspended over the generator.
Suspended over.
The guy was still... suspended by. Nope. Damn it. No.
This is it.
Ah, the cord.
The killer could have tied the extension cord around the battery and slung the battery over the generator. If the cord and battery were tied together at the time of the generator's explosion, it would explain why half of the cord had been burned away.
The more you explain it, the more unbelievable it sounds.
What if that's the point? Maybe the killer chose a crazy method because no one would believe it.
I don't see how weaving a cord into the mix is any more beneficial than leaving it out. If anything, the cord adds...
Which would be especially inconvenient for Diana.
Right. It wouldn't benefit Diana to... So, what if she didn't? Something else may have been supporting the cord instead.
Yeah, it
I got it.
Throughout this trial, we've assumed the killer held the battery in some form or another. If the battery was on its own, the killer tossed it in. If the battery was wrapped with a cord, the killer held the other end of the cord. But in the same way something else can hold the battery, can't something else also hold the cord?
My.
Are you talking about something which could keep the cord in place?
Mm-hmm. place. Trying to run the generators, some safe songs, disrupting the circle. Around that area.
This is it. The killer tied the cord to the vent.
Oh, we cooking.
What vent?
The one above the generator. It connects the boiler room and the dining hall.
There's a vent above the generator?
You should remember sunlight shining into the boiler room. That's where the vent is. The vent itself is set a bit far back into the wall. So, you probably assumed the spot was a small window or something.
If the boiler room and the dining hall are separated by one vent, does this make the wallpaper thin, or...?
There's two vents. The boiler room vent and the dining hall vent. Both are connected via a small ventilation shaft. I was able to get a close look at the boiler room vent after Ava and I woke up, which is why I know these details.
How close is close for someone under 6 foot?
Ava helped me reach the vent.
By?
Letting me sit on her shoulders.
Quite the visual.
Anyway, if the killer tied one end of the cord to the vent and the other end around the battery, they could suspend the battery over the generator.
Something like that would result in an explosion.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
You say the killer tied one end of the cord to the vent and the other end to the battery. However, indoor extension cords are much longer than regular cords. They can be upwards of 9 or more meters in length, as opposed to the average cord's 2
This
meters.
is just entertaining.
9 meters is significantly longer than the distance between the vent and the boiler room floor. If the killer wanted to tie the battery to the cord's other end, they would be tying it to something which is already submerged in water.
I see. It is an impossible setup.
Not necessarily. Rarely we just let the person doing that.
I got it.
Wrapping it around the battery, like what?
The extension cord is pretty thin and flimsy. If the killer wanted the battery to be secure, they need to wrap a lot of cord around it. Probably to the point there wouldn't be much spare cord remaining. Which is a good thing, because this spare cord is what the battery will be suspended by. So long as the spare cord isn't too long, the battery will sit safely above the water.
So much effort.
Agreed. How do you even submerge the battery into the water under those circumstances?
How simple. Just in the cord's position. I don't think we need to use it.
This is it.
Are we cooking?
Like I mentioned earlier, I gave the vent a close look after originally waking up in the boiler room. Part of my inspection included opening the vent to get a better look at the other side.
The vent can be opened?
Not all the way, but far enough for the vent to cause a domino effect if then closed. In our case, a domino effect involving the extension cord tied to it. If we assume the vent must be open for the battery to remain a safe distance above the water, we end up with a pulley system to prevent the battery from entering the water. The vent is literally pulling the entire cord backwards. Ergo, it's not just the killer's own measurements keeping the battery in place, but the vent itself. Having opened one of these vents before, I can tell you how tough they are to move.
My fingers really different. That's harder to put.
A lightweight battery definitely isn't heavy enough to pull one shut. It takes an actual person to close one, which is great for the killer, because it means they get to maintain full control over when the battery enters the water. If they close the vent, the cord should slide forward and submerge the battery into the water. When that happens, the boiler room water becomes electrified by the battery's components, which in turn causes electricity to pass directly into the body of Wolfgang, who is standing in the water.
Exactly which vent is the cord being tied to?
The boiler room vent.
Earlier, you said there's... Assuming the killer is operating this trap from outside the boiler room, how would they even be able to reach the boiler room vent? Like you said, there's a...
There's a point. She can literally just kick the event. You can kick the freaking... You have to be close to it then. You literally have to be close to it. It becomes harder to reach the boiler room if you have to reach down the shaft first. What's that? I never tested any boiler room. So that logic, opposite the side of the shaft.
This could only mean one thing. The killer never tied the cord to the boiler room vent. They tied the cord to the dining hall vent.
That just creates the same problem as before, but reversed. Instead of the dining hall vent making it hard to close the boiler room vent, it's the boiler room vent making it hard to reach the dining hall.
While the vents may seem like an obstruction, especially since they can't be opened all the way, there's a very easy workaround. All the killer needs to do is fit the extension cord between the grates of the boiler room vent.
Oh yeah, the grates. You mentioned... Right. When you described opening the boiler room... If you can fit your fingers between the grates, there's no damn way you can't fit a cord.
Exactly. After which, you could slide the cord for the killer to then go and tie to the...
Factually? How about you factually get a brain cell?
Hello?
What is it now?
There's something I still don't understand. It's to do with the logistics of the cord.
The logistics?
Its size.
How many gaps in your
I understand
argument?
the boiler room vent can be opened. Maybe not all the way, but enough to fit an extension cord through. What's bothering me, however, is that the boiler room vent was closed during the investigation, which means it must have been closed during the murder.
Oh my god.
I don't see a problem here. The killer doesn't even need to open that vent, because they could simply slide the cord between the grates.
Indoor extension cords may be thin, but the plugs on either side of them aren't. My...
God dang it.
Indoor extension cords may be thin, but the plugs on either side of them aren't. How can the killer fit both those plugs between the gaps in the vent grate? Either the boiler room vent was never involved, or it was open at some point, and someone else closed it. That is my issue. Indoor extension cords may be thin, but the plugs on either side of them aren't. Indoor extension cords may be thin, but the plugs on either side of them aren't.
Get out of here. Freaking retard. Getting me pissed.
If you insert the cord through the boiler room vent first, it's possible to fit the cord through. You just need to start with the internal plug. The cords in Storage Closet D have a slim internal end. This can easily be slid through the gaps in the vent once the killer ties the cord around the dining hall vent.
I see. When put like that, Whether or not the boiler room vent was closed isn't really relevant.
How'd you figure all this out from some shrapnel and an extension cord? This is crazy.
At the same time, what he's describing sounds plausible.
Since the battery was suspended over the generator, it's no surprise the machine ended up the way it did. Fortunately for Diana, she was safe by virtue of remaining on the
The killer kept her on the platform?
They must have known they were injecting Wolfgang with a hallucinogenic. So, although, even if Diana did die, the moment people realized only she and Wolfgang entered the boiler...
Well,
Huh?
if the killer is someone who needed access to the vent and needed to be, then everyone who attended the tournament is a suspect.
What?
No way!
So we can reduce it down to 8 people. Damon, Kai, Grace, Eva, Cassidy, Jed.
It was probably Cassidy. She set the whole thing up.
Hey, I was only trying to improve the mood.
It wasn't me. I was playing a game with Damon when the lights went out.
I had to play music.
Me too.
You never touched my equipment.
I meant I was watching Kai and Damon play.
I was spectating as well.
Me too.
Me 3. And Cass 2, I think. I was too focused on the game to remember who was or wasn't there.
If everyone's telling the truth, then all 8 of y'all were crowded round the same spot?
Near the right wall where the TV was set up. It's also the furthest wall from the vent.
Seems like some...
No, is that it? Wait. Oh, hold on. We got that in 4K. Hold up. We got you in 4K.
It has to be you.
The killer is Ava.
Yo, we caught her.
Huh?
Ava's the only one whose position I can't account for. Mark was mixing a track at the time Kai and I were playing a game, so I know he must have been stationed at his pad. And everyone else? I remember hearing their voices over the sound of the game. Everyone. Except Ava. In fact, last I saw her, she was standing in the corner of the room with the vent.
So Ava flipped the vent?
Oh man! And the reason no one heard it is because the music was too loud!
Don't blame me. I was just doing what I was told.
No one's blaming you. We're all in on Eva.
Care to contribute anything, Eva?
I didn't flip the vent.
Well,
Damon says a lot.
Well, you...
His theory is full of...
What?
The cord.
What?
In retrospect, if I'm the killer...
Trick question.
What then? It unraveled by itself?
Yeah.
Oh, during the blackout. Hold up. During the blackout, like what?
I got it.
To dispose of the cord, we just untied it during the blackout.
She untied the knot during a blackout?
Being the one who set up the trap, Ava could have easily practiced untying the knot in advance. Or she just made it a really simple knot. Either way, it wouldn't be any more difficult than untying your shoelaces with your eyes closed.
if Ava untied the cord, did it also fall into the water?
Diana's testimony says as much.
It does?
During your confrontation with Wolfgang, you recount to hearing certain sounds. The first sound was obviously the battery exploding, and the second, when you first recounted the story. But why would a thin knife make such a big splash?
Then, do you think...
What really caused that sound was probably the extension cord falling into the water.
When you say it that way, it does seem likelier.
I should have known. The kid who lied about her talents and tried to lie about the Tozy trinkets. I should have known. I should have known only Eva fucking Sadaka would kill Wolfgang!
You're right that Eva's lied to us several times already.
But she's just a mathlete.
Mathlete.
How did someone like her come up with something this complicated?
Her talent would give her the upper hand in all that measurement nonsense.
Even so, she's been under heavy suspicion.
It's impossible. Wolfgang even got mad at me for being late to the dining hall by a few minutes. I've been watched the entire time.
Right on!
They are ready.
And anyway, how could I enter the core through the boiler room vent? If anything, you should be...
Not going to have this competition.
That's flexing. But he...
Couldn't you just move the box back after you?
Then the under...
This I can confirm.
This is it.
Oh, we cooking.
Ava, to reach the top of the generator, there's already a huge pile of them near the generator itself. You could easily push one up against the machine.
Ah, she would have known about those.
Okay, I could have fit the cord. I can do both of those things without attracting suspicion. What I can't do without attracting suspicion...
Which?
The dining hall one. Based on what Damon's saying, but opening it during...
Oh. If there was an open vent with a cord tied to it...
Now that Eva mentions it...
See, there's no way I can execute this trap without being caught. It's a stupid trap anyway. All the cord and vent stuff is too complicated. There's a billion ways it could go wrong. Damon's just making stuff up. He doesn't...
What?
The only person who would be sick-minded enough to kill...
God damn, bruh.
You can't say I'm the murderer just because I sat near...
To be pretty good.
And you despised him because...
No!
No, that's wrong!
You lie, sack of shit.
No. It's no coincidence you were at the game. In fact, it's not even a coincidence the tournament took place during the murder.
What do you mean?
It was impossible for me to notice this earlier. But the killer...
Whoa! Are you accusing me of murder again?
The detective isn't supposed to...
Except neither of you played a role in determining what time the tournament would be held. The only person to determine that was Ava.
Me and my talent bitch for studying at 9 a.m. There is no active medical work engagement all the time. This is actually help for video in school. I improved using the first time. Dude, let's do it 9 a.m. 1 hour before the 9 morning after.
Ava knew she would be in the dining hall tomorrow. So when Cassidy announced the tournament, she realized it was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to create an alibi for herself.
That's insane. How could she have come up with something like that on the spot?
It wasn't just for an alibi either. Since Ava knew about the tournament, she could time the setup of her trap accordingly.
There's a question where neither Cassidy got more. Stacking the furniture. Oh, yo, you're cooked.
Cassidy, you told me Ava approached you yesterday. What exactly did she say? Before the...
Oh, now I remember. Yeah, Eva wanted to see what sort of equipment the tournament needed. After I showed her Mark stuff and told her we were redecorating the...
Back when this conversation happened, you still hadn't decided what time you were gonna start.
Yeah, it's kind of embarrassing. Eva really helped me out, though. She said she would stack the dining hall furniture we weren't going to use later that night. Afterwards, we could focus purely on arranging...
Alright. Then tell me what happened last.
Jet, Mark, Eva, and I came to the dining hall. We stacked the table and the dining chairs against the left wall, and the sofas we moved to the middle of the room, maybe a little. Then we all went back to our dorms. Well, I was kind of hungry, so I stayed back a few minutes before leaving.
Hold the phone. If those sofa chairs were moved to the middle of the room, why did I see one over in the corner this morning?
Because Eva pushed it there.
Eva what?
She didn't want to take part in the tournament. Just watch it from the side. That's what she told me. I never thought it was weird or anything. Some people just like sticking to the walls of rooms, you know?
We're talking about the sofa in the upper left corner, aye?
Yes, sir, Eve.
Yo, when the power went out, I'm pretty sure Damon ran over to that corner to look through. Yeah, a vent!
Did she move the chair there so it would be easier to reach the vent later?
Why would I when Cassidy just said the vent?
Because you were covering for yourself in advance.
Huh?
The vent may not have been open at the time, but I'm willing to bet that's because you were still creating your trap.
In what way?
Let's say Ava took a detour for the boiler room first, and slid the internal plug through both vents. After going upstairs and helping rearrange the dining hall furniture, during which she moves a sofa chair so it obscures the vent, she heads outside and hides until everyone else goes to bed. Then, she walks back in and opens the vent.
So Eva took complete advantage of them?
Not my fault those two are so trusting.
You think a big guy like me was gonna be afraid of some mathlete? No way!
I mean, she did lie about a lot of her talent being one of them.
She also cried and fled the scene after we found out, no?
I just thought it was cool. She wanted to help me out.
Hey,
Why?
it's... You guys keep saying it was in front of the vent, but Damon stood in front of the vent. If the chair was in the position you all...
Ava probably just moved it during the blackout.
Eh?
Before the blackout, it was positioned with its back to the left wall. However, when I ran over to the vent, the chair was suddenly pushed up against the northern wall, out of the vent's range. Ava must have shifted the chair while everyone was initially panicking from the blackout. I'm guessing she hoped people would misremember its position and think it was always along the northern wall.
Oh, man!
I also remember seeing a speaker in that corner.
Yeah, about that. This morning, Jet, Mark, and I arrived at... She helped us put together Mark's equipment, and then she volunteered to place speakers around the room while Jet and I...
Moving a speaker near the vent. Did Eva do that to drown out Diana and Wolfgang's scuffle?
Yeah, and in turn exacerbate the effects of the other speakers. There were almost a dozen spread throughout the dining hall. Some even sandwiched into corners they didn't need to be. Eva probably placed them that way to cover as much ground as possible.
Still, Eva entered the dining hall at 8:10 a.m., right? So, wouldn't it be impossible for her to knock out Lawyer Man at 8:15?
According to Eva, she arrived around 8:10 a.m. But it's possible she actually arrived much later. Since there's no clock in the dining hall, he just couldn't have known. In fact, that might be why Ava seemed so eager to arrange Mark's equipment in the morning. Upon realizing it had a clock, she wanted to ensure it would only be powered on after she arrived.
It seems the setup of this trap occurred. Phase 1 took place in the boiler room and involved tying a lithium battery to an extension cord. The cord was then slid through the grates of the closed boiler room vent, presumably until it almost poked out at the other end of the ventilation shaft. Phase 2, by contrast, was carried out in the dining hall. The aforementioned cord was tied around the dining hall vent, which was then left open. This must have happened after Cassidy. For the third and final phase, the battery with all these steps combined created a pulley system. Is there...
How I closed...
Huh?
No one has explained how I Obviously, I'm a... That's stupid. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, we just...
This is it.
It's right there. You're literally right next to it.
The location of your chair bypasses this problem entirely. Towards the vent, all you need to do is set the chair to recline and reach behind you.
Set the chair to recline?
All the dining hall chairs have the ability to recline. Some were already set to that position at the start of the tournament, including Ava's. With her chair and recline, Ava can easily reach down and close the vent without shifting from her position. It's not perfectly inconspicuous, but it's subtle enough to not catch most people's attention, especially those focused on watching a video game competition. Well, am I wrong?
Am I wrong?
This isn't
Picking up
funny.
the pieces left for real.
Just because I was sitting in front of the vent doesn't mean I was the one who triggered the mechanism.
No one can sneak up behind you without drawing attention, especially when all the lights were still on.
That's just dumb! Where I was sitting...
Even so, with
everything? Did you just look at all the items, the battery, Wolfgang, and you think Jet and Desmond would just let me walk in?
That's true.
Unless you can prove...
Fine. I'll show proof.
I got it.
Yeah, we on that. We on your
Ava,
case.
you were well aware of the existence of those items. For starters, everyone heard about Jet's battery. It was common knowledge due to his boasting.
Wait, so it's all my fault? Ouch.
Since the dorms aren't locked, you could have easily snuck in and grabbed the battery while no one was inside. The battery is lightweight too, so you wouldn't have trouble carrying it. For the rest of your plan, the syringe and drugs are both readily available in the pharmacy. And as for the taser, you may not have known about its existence right away, but you still had every incentive to search Desmond's room because you received his blackmail.
Eva? You knew my blackmail this whole time?
So what?
Huh?
So what if I knew?
Oh, you're a cook. You're fried.
I wasn't the only one. Damon knew your blackmail as well.
Oh, yeah. He read it.
Damon knew almost everything I did. He knew where the items used in this murder were. The only thing he didn't know is the one thing more.
The hell are you talking about?
See, you still don't know that we...
Huh?
Eye to eye...
On Wolfgang.
Eh?
Damon saw the way Wolfgang scolded me and treated me like a bad guy, and he thought I hated him the same way he did. But unlike Damon, I never wanted Wolfgang to die.
What the?
Whoa! That's a loaded accusation.
Not a first for this trial.
If you thought you saw the worst of Damon after the dummy trial, I practically risked my life pretending to be his ally. But in return, he let me see the extent of his deceitfulness, which is why I can tell everyone that Damon has Wolfgang.
Oh, gosh.
Any reason you didn't tell us this earlier?
Well, I didn't think it was incriminating at
Not even when he refused to come forward about it?
That was weird, but I didn't want to make accusations at the time because it could have just been his ego talking. Only after watching him reject the taser gun over this dumb mechanism he made up did I realize I had potential evidence on my hands.
Damon, do you have your blackmail on you? Don't worry about reading it out loud or anything. Just show the image.
Trust me. This cannot be on. Think about me. Lower your ego, beat. This thing's been beating you.
Fine. I'll show it, but only the picture, as requested.
Retrieve the envelope from my pocket and pull it out. Pull out the photo.
He's married.
Ingrid, Wolfgang doesn't have blue eyes.
So, who is this then? His parents?
I mean, why else would the guy look like him?
Given the year this photo was taken, these two people must be his parents. Look at what's printed at the bottom. April 17th, 2001. We know how old Wolfgang is because of the student reports. In 2001, he wasn't even born yet.
But why his parents? Are they being held against their will?
You can't leave us hanging, Damo!
That's not what was asked of me. And even if I had to, I don't think someone who can't explain himself should have his secrets revealed to everyone.
Some things are better left unsaid.
For the record, I know what Wolfgang's blackmail says, but it didn't change my outlook on him. I don't think it's possible for anyone to hate someone like Wolfgang. He was always brave in the face of sheer adversity, and encouraged everyone else to act likewise. Wolfgang challenged me to be a better person. Wolfgang challenged all of us to be better people. And maybe Ava simply couldn't rise to his challenge.
Don't listen to him! He's trying to divert everyone from the truth.
Even though Wolfgang and I didn't always see eye to eye, my respect for him and his talent never wavered. Why would someone like me harm him? Me, who's been leading this trial much the same way he led the one before. I may have questioned the idea no one here would kill, but that doesn't make me someone who wants to see bloodshed.
He does! He does want blood! We have all the proof he's a cold-blooded
but wasn't Damon playing?
Nothing he says should be trusted.
It is odd that we place faith in him. So much so, these discussions are mostly...
Damon isn't the killer, though. Why would he try to mislead anyone? Like, he and I were playing a game when the murder happened, and multiple people can vouch for us.
Not to mention, the things he's been saying make a lot of sense.
Truth has no personal alliance. That's why.
Even if he wasn't here, we'd arrive at the same conclusion anyway.
Depends who you mean by we.
Then...
Someone needs to be voted by the end of this.
Don't just say it like that!
My ears!
How would I know? How would I know when to drop it?
Drop what?
The battery! Damon says the killer dropped the battery when Diane... It's not as if I could listen out for her. The music speakers are too loud. And the...
Right.
Maybe Ava...
She never
We never spoke! Besides, if you can't...
Oh, we are gonna boil you, Ava.
I got it.
The only way the killer would have known when to spring their trap was by seeing Diana enter the room. Any uncertainty would ruin the plan, and the dining hall was too loud to hear anything over.
The vent area.
Trying to...
Hold on. Not the vent. It's in this area.
This is it.
It's impossible to see anything from the vent, which means the only way anyone could see into the room was by using the school cameras.
Say what?
I don't understand how, but Ava must have used the camera.
Is she working with the kidnappers?
Are you kidding me? How the hell would I have access to the camera?
Holy! Woo! Hold on, we're cooking right now. Woo! Hold on, we got this. Ooh! Yo, this looks clean. This is clean. Yo, that is actually clean. No, I bet. Nah, I bet. I would love to see this. Hold on, let me see this. Let me see how this plays out. Hold up. Hey, miss. Ow.
There's no proof I killed Wolfgang.
Ow.
Who cares about the camera? Who cares about the camera?
Ooh, this is kind of cool.
No proof I killed Wolfgang.
It's actually kind of cool.
This isn't fair. Who cares about the camera? It's Damon who's suspicious. There's no proof I killed Wolfgang.
The only person who's suspicious is you. Yeah, get out of here.
It's Damon who's suspicious. I didn't see anything. I didn't see anything.
Get out of here.
It's Damon who's suspicious.
Stop lying.
I just wanted to help. Who cares about the camera? I just wanted to help. Why would I kill anyone? Why would I kill anyone? I just wanted to help. Why would I kill anyone? I just wanted to help. This isn't fair. It's Damon who's suspicious. I didn't see anything.
Oh. Okay.
I didn't see anything. I didn't see anything. This isn't fair. This is.
Get out of here.
There's no proof I killed Wolfgang. I didn't see anything. I didn't see anything. Who cares about the camera? I thought you trusted me.
Get out of here.
Who cares about the camera?
Oh, okay, hold up. Upside down? Yo, what?
It's Damon who's suspicious. This isn't fair. This isn't fair. Why would I kill anyone? This isn't fair.
Ow. Ow, hold up.
Why would I kill anyone? This isn't fair.
Okay, you really got it.
Kill anyone?
Hold up.
Why would I kill anyone?
Get out of here.
There's no proof I killed Wolfgang. Who cares about the camera? It's Damon who's suspicious. It's Damon who's suspicious.
Get out of here.
This isn't fair. There's no proof I killed Wolfgang. There's no proof I killed Wolfgang. I just wanted to help.
You did not help.
There's no proof I killed Wolfgang. Who cares about the camera? Damon, I thought you trusted me. There's no proof I killed Wolfgang.
Oh my god, the upside down play.
It's Damon who's there's no proof I killed Wolfgang. It's Damon. There's no proof I killed Wolf. Who cares about the camera? Who cares about the camera?
Oh my god.
This isn't fair. Why would I kill anyone? This isn't fair. Who cares about the camera? Why would I kill? I just wanted to help.
Not help.
It's Damon who's suspicious. Why would I kill anyone? Why would I? Why won't you believe me?
You suck.
This isn't fair. It's
Oh my
Damon
god.
who's suspicious.
God, hold on, hold on.
This isn't fair. Who cares about the camera? Why would I kill anyone? I didn't see anything. I just wanted to help.
Ow.
There's no proof I killed Wolfgang. There's no proof I killed Wolfgang.
Oh my god.
Damon who's suspicious.
Ow. Oh my god. Yo. Nah, this video. Nah, what the hell?
I didn't see anything. Why
Liar.
would I kill anyone? Who cares about the camera? I just wanted to help.
Ow. Ow. Ow.
It's Damon who's suspicious.
Ow.
Who cares about the camera?
Got him.
I just wanted to help. There's no proof I killed Wolfgang. It's Damon who's suspicious.
Get out of here. Number one.
It's Damon who's suspicious. Why would I kill anyone? Why would I kill anyone? I didn't see anything. It's Damon who's suspicious. There's no proof I killed Wolfgang.
This is actually kind of cool.
I just wanted to help. I just wanted
ow.
to help. This isn't fair.
Stop lying.
This isn't fair. Why would I kill anyone? There's no proof I killed Wolfgang. Why would
Ow.
I kill? I just wanted to help. I didn't see anything.
Missed. Ow.
This isn't fair.
Ow.
This isn't fair. Damon, I thought thought you trusted me.
I kind of like this. Hold on.
Who cares about the
Oh
camera?
my god. The upside downness. Oh my god.
It's Damon who's suspicious.
Oh my god, the upside down.
It's Damon who's suspicious. I just wanted to help. It's Damon who's suspicious.
Get out of here.
It's Damon who's suspicious.
Oh my god.
This isn't fair. This isn't fair.
Oh my god.
Why would I kill anyone? There's no proof I killed Wolfgang. Why would I kill anyone? I didn't see anything. I just wanted to help.
Oh my god. Oh my
There's
god.
no proof I killed Wolfgang. This isn't fair. Why
Ow.
would I kill anyone? Who cares about
Ow.
the camera? I just wanted to help.
Okay, this is gonna take a while for me to get adjusted.
I just wanted to. There's no proof I killed Wolfgang. Why won't you believe me?
Okay, whew. Okay, come on.
I didn't see anything.
Ah, oh my
Who
god.
cares about the camera? There's no proof I killed Wolfgang.
Oh my god.
I told you so.
Freaking birds. My god, they have birds. You serious? Alright, hold on.
This isn't fair. I just wanted to help. I didn't see anything. Who cares about the camera? Who cares about the camera? It's Damon who's suspicious. Why would I kill anyone? There's no proof I killed Wolfgang. It's Damon who's suspicious. This isn't fair. I just wanted to help. Who cares about the camera? Who cares about the camera? Why would I kill anyone? It's Damon who's suspicious.
Oh my god.
I just wanted to help. Why would I just wanted to help.
Ow, I just ran into that
Who
one.
cares about the camera? There's no proof I killed Wolfgang. There's Why would I kill anyone? I thought you trusted me.
Stop lying.
I didn't see anything.
Oh my god. Oh my
It's
god.
Damon who's suspicious.
Jesus.
I didn't see anything.
Stop lying.
Why would I kill anyone? There's no proof I killed Wolfgang. There's no proof I killed. I didn't see anything. It's Damon who's suspicious. There's no
Oh my
proof I killed
god.
Wolfgang.
What the hell?
There's no proof I killed Wolfgang.
Oh my god.
This isn't fair. I just wanted to help. Who cares about the camera?
Okay, lock
Who
it.
cares about the camera? I didn't see. Who cares about the? Why won't you believe me?
Oh my god. Whew. Okay, let's go. Come on,
It's
come on.
Damon who's suspicious.
Oh my
I
god.
just wanted to help.
Oh my god, objection.
Why would I kill anyone?
Ooh, ooh. Okay,
Why would I kill anyone?
come on, come on.
I wanted to help.
Oh, come on. Come on,
It's Damon who's suspicious.
come on, come on. You gotta lock in.
I didn't see anything. I didn't see anything.
Ah, ouch.
I didn't see anything. There's no proof. There's no proof I killed Wolfgang. This isn't fair. Why
Ah.
would I kill anyone?
Come on. Oh my god.
Why would I kill anyone? It's Damon who's
Oh my god.
suspicious. This isn't fair.
Oh my god. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yo. Yo. This is crazy. Alright, man. Gotta go to the
There's no
defense.
proof I killed Wolfgang. Who cares about the camera?
Oh my god.
This isn't fair. This isn't fair. This isn't fair. I just wanted to help. I didn't see anything. Why would I kill anyone? about the camera? I didn't see any. This isn't fair. I just wanted to help. It's Damon who's suspicious.
Oh my god, miss.
This isn't fair. This isn't fair. Who cares about the camera? I didn't see anything. It's Damon who's suspicious.
Yep.
Ouch! Damon, I thought you trusted me.
Come on. I need to do this for the one time.
This isn't fair. Who cares about the camera? Who cares about the camera? I just wanted to help. I just wanted to help.
Okay, come on, come on, come on.
I just wanted to help. There's no proof I killed Wolf. I didn't see any. I didn't see. I just wanted to help. It's Damon who's suspicious. I just wanted to help. It's Damon who's suspicious. There's no proof I killed Wolfgang. Why would I kill anyone? Who cares about the camera? I didn't see anything. This isn't fair. Why would I kill It's Damon who's suspicious. It's Damon who's suspicious. Why won't you believe me?
Get out of here. Come on. We need to do this for the one time.
Why would I kill anyone? I just wanted to help. I just wanted to help. I didn't see anything. There's no proof I killed Wolfgang.
Come on.
There's no proof I killed Wolfgang. Who cares about the camera? It's Damon who's suspicious. I didn't see anything. There's no proof I killed Wolfgang.
Ow. Ow.
See what I can do?
Oh my god. This is really gonna get me difficult. Hold on.
I just wanted to. Who cares about the camera?
Okay, stop running into stuff on accident.
There's no proof I killed Wolfgang. Who cares about the camera? I didn't see anything.
Got her.
There's no proof I killed Wolfgang. Who cares about the camera? I didn't see anything. Who cares about the camera? There's no proof I killed Wolfgang. Damon, I thought you trusted me. This isn't fair. I didn't see anything. This isn't fair. I just wanted to help. I just wanted to help. It's Damon who's suspicious. Who cares about the camera? I didn't see anything. There's no proof I killed Wolfgang. It's Damon who's suspicious. Why would I kill anyone? There's no proof I killed Wolfgang. I didn't see any. Why would I kill anyone? I didn't see anything. I didn't see anything. This isn't fair. Why would I kill? It's Damon who's suspicious. Why won't you believe me?
This is no bueno, bro.
It's Damon who's suspicious. Who cares about the camera?
Oh my god,
This isn't fair.
Oh my god, run! 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 Oh my god!
I just wanted to help. This isn't fair. Who cares about the camera? I didn't see anything. It's Damon who's suspicious.
Come on, come on, come on.
I didn't see anything.
Come on.
I didn't see anything. How could I access the security
Personal
camera?
game.
I just wanted to help.
Oh my god, hold on.
Who cares about
Oh
the
my
camera?
god, hold on.
Why would I kill anyone? There's no proof I killed Wolfgang.
No, no.
Why would I kill anyone? This isn't fair.
No.
Who cares about the camera?
No.
How could
Ava's
the security
personal
camera.
game console. There we go. Finally. Let's go.
No! Don't kill me!
Finally. Woo! I had to
What
lock
you
it for
said
that
was
one.
true, Ava. Whether or not the trap works depends on if the killer can see inside the boiler room, which begs the question, how they can't just get on their knees and peek through the vent. Everyone besides, the vent probably offers very little in the way of an actual...
Exactly!
Right. It's impossible. From this particular angle, if I switch perspectives, your entire argument comes completely undone.
What do you...
Ava assumes I'm taking only one factor into account. Her position at the time of Wolfgang's murder. Little does she know that in ruling out that factor, she's led me straight to another. A certain item which could have granted her the ability to see inside the boiler room. An item that, like the chemical smell, only makes sense when all other options have been ruled out. The game console she brought with her to the tournament.
Ava had a game console?
She wanted to get in the spirit of the tournament without being directly involved. Or so she claimed. But when every other option has been ruled out, what else can we look to but the one that's yet to be addressed?
Are you saying she saw inside the...
So we played live footage of the room?
Sounds like a stretch.
If I'm wrong, Ava should be able to prove her innocence. Go on, Ava. Show us the console.
Huh?
I don't think she has the console on her. She has to. She never had an opportunity to slink away and dispose of it.
What about the blackout?
When the blackout first hit, people were disorientated for about a minute at most. Ava likely spent those 60 seconds undoing the cord and moving the chair. Between then and now, she's never been alone. The only exception was when she and I split up to investigate the dining hall and the dorms respectively. However, the laundry room, dining hall, and courtyard all had people in them, so I doubt she hid the console in any of those rooms. And the janitor closet? That room has been locked for days now. She obviously couldn't hide the console there. Which means it must still be on her person. Like I said earlier, if I'm wrong about the console, we can take it out right now and show everyone its content.
What are you waiting for? Quit hiding the stupid thing and show it!
You're just trying. You don't know what you're talking about. You're just jealous of me. You're jealous of me and my talent. That's all you are. Jealous.
Hey, calm down.
Why not just pull out the console?
Yes! Show us the console and then you'll be done with this!
No!
Freaking idiot.
I don't have to show anyone anything.
That's the most suspicious thing you could say.
It's not suspicious. I'm telling the truth.
That's obviously a lie.
Why go through the effort of mentioning Wolfgang's blackmail if you won't reveal this?
Now that I think back on it, Ava had been staring at her console the entire tournament. I thought it was weird, coming all the way over to the dining hall when she could have just stayed in her dorm.
Well, where did she obtain this console? We should discuss those details before continuing any...
She said
Seems natural he would...
Between 14 and... Ava, you're the only...
that's such...
There's no...
In case anyone... And once all the...
Oh, she's cooked. She's cooked, chat. Oh, she's cooked. You can receive blackmails. Oh yeah, she's boiled. She's boiled beyond recognition. The syringe. That is from the killer. That is from the killer. Syringe. Power battery. Oh, we're frying this. Eternal plug. Oh, we're flying colors right now. The killer. Taser. Wolfgang. Killer. Killer. Who took the knife from the kitchen? Wolfgang. Who arrived in the boiler last?
This is how it happened.
Absolute cinema.
This case was directly incited by the motive Tozu introduced, in which everyone here received another person's blackmail.
Oh, this is lit.
Amidst the chaos that spawned, the killer saw an opportunity to commit a murder. They sent letters to two people, Wolfgang Akide, who they planned to kill, and Diana Venezia, who they planned to frame. Wolfgang and Diana were asked to meet in the boiler room in 2 days' time. Wolfgang's letter told him to arrive at 8:15 a.m., while Diana's told her to arrive at 8:45 a.m.
The messages threatened to expose our blackmail, so we had no choice but to follow their instructions.
At this point, the killer probably knew the way they were going to kill Wolfgang. Hence, how they reacted to this next piece of information. The following morning, it was revealed that Cassidy and Jet were going to hold a game tournament.
The point was for people to spend time together and not think murdery thoughts. But little did we know, a would-be killer was lurking nearby. And how? The killer emboldened their own plans and made it so the tournament would happen at 9 a.m.
Did you just agree with yourself?
Both Wolfgang and Diana turned down the offer, which must have been music to the killer's ears, since it confirmed their plan was working. The killer took this as a sign to commence the next phase of their plan. Later that evening, they went downstairs to the boiler room and began preparing the murder weapon.
Though it might be more accurate to call it a murder mechanism.
I love how everybody's pitching in instead of like the main character
As tightly
pitching in.
as they could around a car battery.
Like reading out the whole entire
which
crime
was
scene.
stolen from Jet's room.
That's like the one thing I hope Danganronpa 2X2
Imagine the battery must have been sitting on top of the generator. Wouldn't want to risk an explosion by bringing lithium too close to the water.
The killer avoided opening the boiler room vent for this segment, probably because they knew I'd remember it being closed originally.
A crucial part of the killer's plan would involve sliding the cord through the boiler room vent and out the other end into the dining hall. So they could then walk upstairs to the dining hall and tie the protruding part of the cord to the dining hall vent.
Funnily enough, the killer was going to be needed in the dining hall very shortly.
Yeah, to help Cass and me rearrange the dining hall's furniture. We were saving the whole thing for next morning, but they convinced us to do it that night instead.
Their intentions were threefold. Create an alibi, hide the vent with a piece of furniture, and then open the vent in secret. After which, they'd return to the boiler room and suspend the battery over the generator.
Which brings us to today. Knowing better than to head downstairs without protection, Wolfgang went to the kitchen and armed himself with a knife. Toshiko didn't notice a knife on him when the two met in the hallway, so he must have hidden it in his blazer.
Wolfgang arrived inside the boiler room at 8:15 a.m., exactly like his letter requested. As he was waiting, the killer snuck up behind him.
And he got smacked right in the head with that steel rolling pin and crumpled like paper.
A syringe was then used to inject Wolfgang with a sleeping drug, ensuring he would remain in the boiler room until Diana arrived.
The killer might have, left the taser on the floor around this time.
Yeah, the taser they swiped from my dorm. They must have decided to raid the place after receiving my blackmail. If I'd heard about the taser sooner, I could have gotten rid of it, as well as whatever else my blackmail supposedly mentions.
Save the angsting for later, will you?
Anyway, back on topic. Wolfgang was left to lie in the partially flooded area of the boiler room, while the killer ran upstairs to help set up Mark's music equipment.
They didn't care about the equipment. They just wanted to put a speaker next to the vent, because it would drown out the fight which was going to happen later.
Don't forget the digital clock! They wanted to get there before that became available. Don't need people knowing what time you actually arrived.
My letter said to meet at 8:45 a.m. So that's when I got to the boiler room. I made sure to close the door behind me, just as the message told me to.
Bad idea. Killer flipped the doorknob so that the lock was on the outside instead of the inside. You locked yourself in.
The room was really dark too. I didn't even see the suspended battery, only the blinking security camera. And then, Wolfgang, he got up on his feet all of a sudden, and he started crying and saying these weird things. I tried to keep him calm and asked him to come over to me, which he actually did. But the very next second, he attacked me with his knife.
The drugs probably gave him a frightening hallucination, and he perceived you as a threat.
He was screaming at me, and I was screaming back. No one from the tournament could hear us over the music. At one point, I even picked up the taser, but then I threw it back down again.
And that's when the killer decided it was time. Having set their chair to recline, they were able to casually reach down and close the vent behind them. This lowered the extension cord, causing the car battery to enter the water and discharge a huge amount of electricity.
And then damn.
Wolfgang, who was still standing in the water, was electrocuted instantly. The battery itself exploded upon reacting with the water, which the killer was likely banking on as a way to destroy evidence. All of this happened right under my nose. No one could have guessed that someone present at the tournament was committing murder.
The explosion also damaged the generator and caused the blackout. Everyone ended up stumbling around in the dark.
Not for long, though. We quickly came back to our senses and agreed to look for a backup generator on the underground floor.
I used a hairpin to unlock the boiler room door and ran outside, but you guys had already made it downstairs.
That's when you say you ducked around a corner and out of sight. Only after everyone went inside the closets did you then dash upstairs.
It's a good thing she did. Otherwise, we'd have found her alone in her room with Wolfgang's dead body. We would have wrongly assumed Diana was the killer, and died as a result. This complicated scheme calls to mind only one person. One person who just so happened to be sitting in a certain sofa chair.
Ain't that you?
It's you, Ava Sunaka.
Oh, we cooked.
It's over. Ava, we know the truth.
It's not fair. This isn't fair.
Woo! Class trial. This class trial was amazing. It was hot.
My blood is rushing.
Wonderful, Williams, detective. You have seen beyond the foul lies of a scouted mathematician and delivered the honorable truth with the law.
Well done.
This dirt is worthy of praise. Around me to reward you success with.
This isn't funny.
Can you shut up? Without Toast's mad rumblings, the toilet room has gone dead silent. Sleeping nervous as they glance at each other. I understand this reason for this frosty atmosphere. You found out who done it, now you wish to know why done it.
Such a spoil sport.
Very well. Every murderer mystery needs a motive, and I would need loaf to break tradition at this stage.
There must be something.
Ava, why did you do this? Just why?
Come on.
Come on, speak up. You have nothing to lose now. It was Tozu. Huh? Tozu made me do it.
This is...
What?
You've
been working with Tozu this entire time?
Such disrespect.
Me and her? Oh, please. If our plan was to secretly infiltrate the killing game, she wouldn't have given herself such an attention-grabbing ultimate title.
Rubbish.
I mean, seriously? Ultimate liar? Talk about on the nose. No, Ava is just as much of a kidnapper as the rest of you.
Son of a bitch!
Shut up, you let her get away with breaking the rules. That's proof enough you're in cahoots.
Holy!
Ava broke the rules? And when she blew up the school freaking property.
Fuck you!
Now the fuck I was punished for chunking a rock at the camera, but Ava wasn't punished for destroying a fucking generator.
Shit.
Is Ava the exception that the rule was talking about? What? On the top of the screen of a shaking conjured a familiar square-shaped hologram. With a few swipes of fingers, he located the killing game's rules. Okay, yeah, everyone take a look at the second rule. Students are not allowed to vandalize any official killing game property such as cameras and photo trinkets. Exceptions may apply. You see how exceptions may apply at the end? Since Ava wasn't punished for breaking the generator, does that mean she counts as an exception?
Stop lying!
Are you gonna explain how, or are you just trying to be in a fucking contradiction?
This looks bad.
Well, if I had to make a guess, it's probably because Ava destroyed the generator while committing a murder.
What's all this about?
If Saving has special privileges? I think it's more like her method of murder was destroyed the generator. Her method of murder was what destroyed the generator. Meaning the generator is technically tied to Wolfgang's death.
Yeah,
which is why Ava was excused for breaking it.
Slow down.
Yo, that can't actually be the reason, can it?
I see.
And if it were?
Brutal.
What?
You.
I see. Ava believes she would count as an exception to the rule, which is why she didn't take any steps to avoid destroying the generator.
What?
She risked getting shot in the head over something she just assumed.
That ain't it.
No, with how confident if Ava executed the murder, she must have known for sure she wouldn't be penalized. How about it, Tozu? Did you ever share that information with her?
Who? Me?
A desperate killer is much like a hungry seagull, ready to pounce upon the slightest crumb of substance. A mere implication of a loophole ignites their senses, and they, as desperate people always do, will shred their dignity in pursuit of confirmation. So to answer your question, yes, Ava approached me with the same questions your friends are asking now. And yes, I confirmed her suspicions were true.
Not okay!
Seriously? That's so unfair.
Pathetic.
Unfair? Answering a reasonable question is far from unfair. Have you ever asked a professor for help on an assignment? Sure, your professor won't do the work for you. But they'll be happy to clear up any confusion you may have. And why did Ava say you made her kill Wolfgang? I suppose you could say even I made a deal.
Huh?
A deal? What kind of deal? A deal to begin the killing game.
Impossible!
In exchange for agreeing to perform the first kill, she will receive a special perk.
Plot twist!
The traitor perk.
Holy!
What do you mean, traitor perk? What do you mean, traitor perk? Is that tablet? Is it the tablet Ava has? I mean, she refused to show it to us when we asked. Mind you, the host can simply hand over a traitor perk to anyone who asks. For a student to be eligible for a perk, you must first earn it.
That was very...
What do you mean by earn it? Do you recall that little tidbit I shared you about that pharmacy? You know, the one about a secret lurking inside? Very secret. Interesting secret lurking beyond the door. That secret, were you referring to the trader perk?
Well done.
Indeed, I was! And when I said a very interesting secret was lurking inside, I meant that quite literally. The only thing separating you from the perk was a few inches of stainless steel and a pin pad. Pin pad? Oh gosh, you're talking about that big door found tucked behind the shelf?
I see.
I was hiding it, the trader perk all along. How did Ava figure out the password to the pin pad though? Did she enter a bunch of rampers until finally it worked?
Well,
Or did the code have 1,000 potential combinations? Unless Ava encountered some unbelievable luck, the chances of her guessing that code in only a few days is extremely unlikely.
How?
Then how did she get access to the trader perk? There's only one way. To do with that poster, isn't it? The mysterious poster in the pharmacy. Yeah, what poster are you?
Well done.
Ding, ding, ding! Correct! Yes, hidden inside where the pharmacy's room is a poster that reveals the code to the pin pad.
For real?
No.
How can that poster reveal the code though? You need it to be important somehow. Only visual makes sense. Why it caught my attention and what to do with the information on the second what I've seen.
Pathetic.
And that was where you fell short of your mathematically gifted peer. With her keen eyesight and quick thinking, she saw the poster for what it really was.
Plot twist!
An equation. What? For every detail is decipherable. Those exclamations of grandeur may in fact be hints towards a certain something's nature, and that large star standing in for a coordinate plane. Now, that's not mad. What matters anymore. The password for that precious pin pad is, after all, being changed as we speak. To quote the words of my parents, the road to freedom must always be paved with obstacles.
Heckin'
Wait, math
twisted.
equation is totally Ava's alley. Up Ava's alley. Ava, you told me you couldn't understand the poster.
Why the long face?
Of course you did. The equation is the key to the trader perk. Handing it over would mean handing the perk over.
Shit.
So the trader perk was Ava's reward for solving the puzzle.
Anybody?
Heck even is this perk? You haven't explained that yet.
Ooh,
I
me?
assure you it's a very handy thing to have. You see, this trader perk allows the owner to access the school security cameras using a tablet. The tablet, of course, would be not Ava's personally, huh?
Damn it.
So I was right. You access the camera in the boiler room, which is how you saw Diane enter.
Oh, crud.
That was weird. Ava didn't show us the tablet, but I think it was actually wired to the school cameras.
But then...
And the reason I saw the security camera's light blinking back at the boiler room. Because Ava's watching me?
What?
Yeah, it's making too much sense.
Nonsense.
Ava, how could you negotiate with your kidnapper? Why would you have any reason to trust him? I had no choice.
Huh?
Yeah. I either take his deal and give myself a chance to escape, or I would die here with the rest of you.
You.
That selfish attitude is the reason why we ended up in this mess. You only promised to make out of here together? If you hadn't murdered one of the only people who could have handled this situation, you might have made progress on escaping.
Hang on.
If I didn't kill, someone else would have eventually. If they were in my position right now, they wouldn't even admit to what they've done. They'd cry and snivel and try to guilt you. They wouldn't be honest like me.
Watch it.
Honest or not, playing Tozu's game was risky. You were trapped in a small space with witnesses everywhere. That's not a gamble you should have taken.
What a joke.
You had food, you had shelter, all you had to do was left was wait for our eventual rescue from this place. But I would have died first. It was obvious from what was happening with Woken. This constant jeering at me over the few mistakes I make, while the rest of you followed his lead. If a cloud shot ever happened to him around, he would accuse me of being the killer without even evidence. And you all would have believed him.
Whoa!
That's not.
Shut up!
Because of Wolfgang, I was isolated from everyone else. He turned me to an easy target for murder. Well, if I was murdered, would the rest of you even bother to find out who killed me? There's no way you would. There's no way anyone would. You're all the worst. Hope you're all rotten here.
Bro?
That's cold, man.
You really let me
Even if
down.
you had some rough spots, some of us still try to get along with you. During the gaming tournament, I was fine with you joining.
Ugh.
You think a few games were enough to forgive everything you did to me? None of you actually cared about me. None of you. I've never been anything to anyone.
Huh?
What do you mean? It really is the same as here. It is as it is out there. I'm always the one that people hate. Oh no! Come on! Don't make it sad. Oh my God! Don't make it sad. I didn't choose this talent. I was just doing what others wanted me to do. I was a prodigy student the adults wanted me to be. thought I did everything right. And I kept being judged. Everyone around me resented me, hated me because they wanted the love I received, or what they thought was love. And despite all my hard work, the UTP turned me into something I never wanted to be. Even if I wanted to return to my normality, it would be impossible. Stuck with this talent for life. And now when I try to become something more than a sad joke, I get hit with the realization all my efforts were for nothing. Oh, don't make it sad! Oh, come on, man! I can never be anyone else. I'll never get what I deserve. Man, this sucks. But I cared.
I don't understand.
Ava, I cared about you. I don't get it.
Why?
Ava, why did you frame me? I cared for you, and you stood up for you whenever I could.
Don't say that!
I wanted to be your roommate. I wanted to help you.
I don't want
It didn't
to.
mean anything. Well, why? I still agreed with everything Wolfgang said. No matter what he did to me, you kept on supporting him. Is that what you tried to frame me for his murder? Yeah, you deserve it.
No.
Stop, nearly fell on the podium.
How can you believe that?
Why do you have to kill Wolfgang in front of her? That's so cruel. She obviously knew what she was doing. Both the cause and time of death were mentioned in the mock trial case. So it stands to reason they would be mentioned here too. When Ava realized that, she tried to leverage it against him. I'm sure receiving that little camera perk made it all too easy to time the murder.
Shut it!
Enough of this bullshit already. Ava's a privileged little asshole who thinks his life sucks. Who cares?
Fuck you!
You took Wolfgang's life. The only thing you deserve is some fucking communal pants.
Sheesh.
And now she actually tell me the truth. Murdering someone because they lied about their inoffensive talent. Even she must know how ridiculous that sounds.
How can that be?
Ava didn't kill Wolfgang because she was scared. Then why did she kill him?
Honestly?
What else but to escape the killing game? I doubt any of us were ever a threat to her. In fact, it was probably the complete opposite.
Shocking.
She thought she was smarter and better than all of us. That's why she thought she could win the class trial.
My thoughts exactly.
Yes, I agree with Noah. In that case, do you reckon Ava killed Wolfgang because of his abilities as a lawyer? She herself admitted that he would have successful her if he was here. Clean Wolfgang was the best person to kill if she wanted to escape.
Nope.
Anyway, Ava isn't the only one who's vulnerable. There are people here, even weaker bodies and weaker minds, who is looking for an easy kill. Would know to target them first. It doesn't matter. Even if no one targeted me, I still would have died first. How so? Because of the perk. Huh? Tozy told me that if I didn't use the perk to murder someone as soon as possible, I was going to die.
What did you say?
What?
Nonsense!
Is this true, Tozy?
Who? Me?
Guilty as charged!
Dude, no!
No way. Tozy never told me the number of days I had left. I need to kill soon. If I didn't kill soon, I'd die.
This isn't fair!
I had to do something. You can't blame me for that. If you were in my shoes, you would have all done the same.
Worthless.
It's your own fault. You were only in that situation because you took that perk.
No!
Those were targeting me with the same math puzzle. With the math puzzle. You offered me that perk when I was at my lowest hope. If you guys were approached the way I was and offered a chance to go home, you would have taken it with the perk too.
Stop it!
You're just a bunch of hypocrites. You just want to make me look like the villain so you feel less bad about killing me. Killing her? That's right, how could I forget? Blacking is uncovered.
Dumbass!
Enough already. I'm sick of you talking to this scumbag. Get on with the fucking execution, will you? Alright. Wrong voice. Alright. The soap opera is entertaining, but I realize it's the time to change the channel. Huh? Oh, wait, don't tell me you're actually gonna do.
Holy!
Eh? All of a sudden, the elevator behind us began to churn alive. The whir of machinery could be heard from the other side of the floor, raw and loud and rhythmic, like a medical symphony.
The show must go on.
Do not avert your eyes, ladies and gentlemen. I hear a lot of budget went into this. No, I don't. What's going on? This isn't happening. This isn't happening.
Blood is
To the
rushing.
victor, go to the spoils. Hail the honorable deed. Hail the honorable dead. Adventure at last. I don't deserve this. You didn't hear me. I don't deserve it. May our charitable justice inspire fear and humility within these wretched souls.
Don't kill me!
It's unfair that we deserve to die. I deserve to live. I deserve to live. And stir the hearts of the mind of all those bearing witnesses. Ready, everyone? Let the show begin.
I want to live. I deserve to live. I'm going to live. I'm going to live!
And now we present. Oh no. The execution of Ava Tuhuna. Huh? Enjoy the show. Oh, it's Rabs. It's Rabs. We got a whole killer music right now. And a whole killer's theme right now. Fiery furnace of affliction. Ooh. Let's see how this is. Oh my. Oh my god. Oh, you better hurry. You better run if you want to live. And now it's escalating up now. Oh no. She's trying to live, bro. And now they changed the stairs? Oh, wrap it up. Is that... They're getting thrown map tools at her. Oh no. Mathematical tools at her. And she slipped. Wrap it up. Damn. Impaled by school tools. And now she has to climb her way up. I mean, all past all the school tools. Oh, it's Rabs. Oh no. No. He's slipping, bruh. It's Rabs. She's crawling for her life. Is that the dummy? Whoopsies! Damn. Damn. And now Ava's feather remains. Oh damn, it's over. She has been engulfed into a furnace. My entire body has seized up. I couldn't move a single limb. I couldn't say a single word. All I could do was stand and stare. My mind was a complete and a total loss.
There's no way.
So that's what punishment entails. Let me go home. Please let me go home.
Isn't this lovely?
Goodness, talk about a heated moment. Ava put quite a fight. For a second there, she only had me believing we underestimated her.
Moving on.
Just kidding.
I'll be damned.
Okay, you do this forcing these innocent people to kill each other.
Terrible.
So judgmental.
Just terrible.
So judgmental. Need I need to remind you that it is student on student warfare?
Get out.
Just shut up. Ava, why? You just needed a friend. Could have been there, the friend you needed. Why did you do this?
I can't believe it.
I think I'm gonna be sick. I don't even know what I'm feeling anymore. I don't want to die. I don't want to die.
Oh, shit!
I'm totally gonna die here, aren't I?
Can't be like this.
Everyone's gonna die. You hear? We're gonna be okay. Come on, repeat it after me. I'm here and I'm okay. I'm here and I'm okay. I'm here and I'm okay. It's my reality. The fear of death had already been heavy on my shoulders ever since the killing game was announced. Now it completely enveloped me. I can't do it. I can't lie to myself again.
It's all my fault.
I'm not okay. I'm never gonna be okay. I could have changed things. I could have saved her. And him, Wolfgang. If I just dragged him out of the water, I could have saved him. Why didn't I save him?
Whoa!
Diana, you had no way of knowing what was gonna come next. He was wielding a knife too. Anyone would have done what you did. You didn't really bring a knife for self-defense. Usually a comment like that would have gotten a rise out of Grace, but she stayed completely silent. I can't let it end. Wolfgang's kindness, I can't let anyone forget it.
It is how it is.
It goes without saying, I'm sure everyone will remember what Wolfgang did for us. Oh my god, not the sad music again. Oh. I never thought the lengths my talent could go. The ability to change others' appearances to be the best version of themselves. It's always been someone else who sits in front of the mirror. I never really put myself in that place. You okay? I can't save Wolfgang, but I'm at the very least. Maybe I can live for him.
I can do this.
Believe me.
You didn't do anything wrong, Diana.
Pardon me.
Yeah. I could do this. I could fulfill the life he wasn't able to live. Huh? Oh my god, not the sad music, bruh.
Like a chameleon, I will adapt. I'll follow in Wolfgang's footsteps and continue what he wasn't able to accomplish. I'll become something new.
She's running down Diana's face. Her expression. Somehow she looked determined. I couldn't understand it. Despite everything she's been through, here she was making some silly vow about continuing one of Wolfgang's legacy, acting like she was a hero from a storybook. Had this girl lost her mind?
Hold on.
Wolfgang and Ava. Neither of them deserve this. I won't let what happened to them happen to anyone else here.
We won't back down.
For both their sakes, I'll save everyone from the killing game.
You've got to be kidding me.
Take this seriously, will you?
What?
Uh-huh.
Can this get any worse?
It seems your peers aren't in much in the mood for heroic monologues.
Moving on.
Anyhow, it's been a long day. The crime scene has already been cleaned up. Unless you have any further questions for me, you are all free to return to your dorms.
Mm-hmm.
So, any further questions?
Get lost.
Ingrates.
Huh. Now, where have I heard that one before? In all seriousness, I'll take that as a no.
Good evening.
Ahem. Until next time, everyone. Just like last time, Tozu walked over to the throne.
Isn't this lovely?
By the way, you're free to safely ride the elevator back up. You can set it back to its default mode. What you glimpsed before was simply its punishment mode. On that ominous note, he was lowered underground. Hey guys, should we just go back to our rooms? Alright, it's about that time we draw this day to a close. Good idea. People silently made their way to the elevator, horror and despair etched on their faces. It was clear today's events would not be easily forgiven. And then there was me. Everything I've been ruminating over, the devastating images that have been plaguing my mind. Wolfgang's murder, the trial. Ava died right in front of me, swallowed by a pit of fire. It all retreated to the corners of my mind. I don't think I can focus on now with those 5 words. I'll follow Wolfgang's footsteps. Hearing those words come from Diana after everything that's happened. Hina raised her chin and act so tall and proud, just like Wolfgang once did. She kissed me now. Ooh. Ooh. "14. Only Ava's feather remains." Well, before I finish off the video, I gotta make sure if there's any more chapters besides. I gotta make sure there's any more chapters besides now. Wow. Everything else is just that. Those are really it? That's really just 2, like the prologue and chapter 1. All right. Well, I'm surprised I made it this far. Well, I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.